Corona Cigar Company is your one-stop shop for all your cigar needs. Whether that's a brand new humidor, a box of those new cigars you've been waiting for, a top-of-the-line cutter or lighter, a place to enjoy the finest cigars and spirits with friends, or the only cigars grown right here in the Sunshine State, we've got you covered. Come visit one of our retail locations for the ultimate cigar experience. Visit us online at coronacigar.com.
How about that cigar?
How about that cigar?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Corona Cigar Studios for episode 257.
257.
I know, right?
257. That's
Time
I was 101.
flies. You were 101.
101.
Yeah.
Wow.
Man.
That
Yeah,
wow.
exactly.
I know,
What?
101.
that long ago?
Yeah.
It was that long ago. That's right. That's right.
Who is this guy anyways?
We got Ed Porter.
Wait. I got to get on the screen now because I'm talking, so I'm here.
Oh,
yeah.
Who the hell is this guy?
Justin's
Like,
in the
you guys
house.
let this guy in the house?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ed Porter. The
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
The Netflix guy, right?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
chef.
So,
Chef Ed Porter
Chef
in the
Ed
house.
Porter.
Chef, somebody has a chef next week, but we have ours this week,
That's right.
and he's
That's right.
ours.
The chef.
The
We have
official
our
chef. We have
Chef
the
Porter.
The chef of How About That Cigar.
That's right.
That's right.
That's
All
right.
right.
So
I got to move over because we got to get close. My head was
Yeah.
all up. We got to get comfy. So what's up, everybody? How you doing tonight?
So it's man, it's episode 257. An awesome. I mean, you guys pulled up because
Yeah.
I was stepping out to go see if Raul needed help carrying stuff in, and I saw you pull up. I'm like, okay, this makes sense. We got food on the table. We got a special bottle of wine we're gonna open up. We got some special cigars we're gonna pair. Chef Ed, brother, it's just so great to have you back again, man.
Glad to be here. And we learned that Raul can keep a secret. Like,
It was tough,
He almost
brother.
slipped when he
It
was praying
tough.
today. I heard him. He was sitting there. I saw him, and he was like, "Oh, I can't see it."
Oh.
yeah.
He almost slipped though.
Ooh, I did. It was tough.
I'm glad I didn't see that post because if I would have known
Yeah.
right away. So it's a great surprise, definitely.
Thank you, Dax. Thank you, Matt. Appreciate it.
Great to see you guys in the comments. Let us know, of course, what you're smoking, what you're drinking, and if you know, a lot of you guys knew ahead of time that we were going to be pairing cigars with charcuterie. So if you also were able to acquire and procure some meats and cheeses, let us know what you're eating as well.
Absolutely.
In the comments. And thanks especially to all of our viewers out there on Facebook, our viewers on YouTube, not on X.
Not on X.
No, not on X. Yeah. Bye-bye, X. On Instagram. And for those on Instagram, guys, a reminder. If you want to join in the comments, if you want to join in the conversation, we would love to have you do that. Unfortunately, we cannot see your comments or questions on Instagram. So come over to Facebook, YouTube, or Rumble.
Rumble, baby, Rumble.
And we will be able to see and interact with those comments on the screen. So make sure to
and
do
that
that.
loud voice you just heard over there, Raul, has a very special night tonight too, as well.
That is exactly true.
So not
Thank you,
only
brother.
is Chef Ed Porter in the house, but it's officially Raul's 1 year anniversary with How About That Cigar.
That's right. Hands together, everybody.
It's an honor and privilege to work with you guys. I appreciate you guys.
1 year, and we still haven't killed each other,
No.
which I think is fantastic. I love that.
Yeah, well, we were smoking cigars. It's not
I know,
like we're
right?
sitting here drinking.
Yeah.
If we're sitting here drinking, it'd be a different story. We're smoking cigars.
No, you just every once in a while are like, hey, Matt, have another. Matt, you should have another drink, Matt.
You got to drink for me, man. I can't drink. Just got to drink for me.
It's the thing.
Yeah.
We are smoking tonight.
We're gonna smoke a lot of different stuff tonight.
But we have to say thank you to
Most
United
definitely.
and Oliver. He sent us 3 different shades of the Firecracker. We have the Black Bomb, we have the original one, and then we have the Connecticut.
That's right.
I don't have a camera on me. You want to show them yours?
I can do that.
And we also have to thank our friends from last week
That's right.
who sent these guys a beautiful bottle of.
Right
Here it
there
comes.
we
Here
go.
it comes.
So we talked about this on the show last week with Mike Giordano and Michael Giannini from Quality Importers. They sent us this beautiful bottle. Now, La Pistolina, they've had a few different varietals of wine. This is the 2016 Cabernet Sauvignon, and I am very, very excited to open up this bottle. So Ed and I are going to enjoy some of this lovely cab while we're having some of our treats this evening.
That's gonna go perfectly with the
look at
surprise that I got.
Oh, nice.
I bought a surprise too.
Nice.
Yeah, he wouldn't tell me.
Yeah, I have we have a dessert to save room for dessert. You have your meats and cheeses. We have a dessert that is going to go lovely.
That is fantastic. I love this because even the camera is picking up some of the just gorgeous stuff that we have going on here.
And then here's these beautiful firecrackers right there.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, we got Connecticut Maduro and the original Firecracker Habano. So, and thank you to Oliver Naveau and United Cigars for that.
Good dude. And even Justin has his own charcuterie board over there.
Well, here, screw it.
Yeah, we can go mobile.
See what we got here. We're going. You lost me.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That's all right.
I'll be right back.
We can get Justin reconnected, but
we're good.
Yeah, we've got. I mean, there's just a lovely selection of stuff going on here, but since this week, there's not. Normally, we do Spirit of Mystery. Raul brings in a whiskey. Or a rum or some kind of distilled spirit that I have no idea what it is. And, we go through that. But there's no mystery tonight except for the surprise dessert coming later. But nonetheless, we want to thank, even though it's not Spirit of Mystery this week, we want to thank our fantastic sponsor, Postania Cigars, who normally sponsor Spirit of Mystery. So tonight we'll call it the Spirit of
Drunkenness.
Boom.
Drunkenness?
Spirit of
Taste.
The Spirit of Charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
There you go. All right. Do you find yourself unsatisfied with the top 10 list from How About That Cigar? Are you wondering how cigars from Postania didn't make the HBTC list, but found their way onto other lists? Well, fortunately, you can be reminded every week with this Postania Cigars advertisement. Postania Cigars, the #1 unranked cigar in the industry. And that is Spirit of Charcuterie.
So
we're going to go with that this week.
We should talk about how we're going to do this.
Yeah.
Are we going to light all 3 cigars up and eat? Or are we going to light one cigar up at a time, taste them, and then on to the next?
Well, it looks like you're already on.
I mean, you started.
Already, I want Ed's take.
Yeah.
This is what I would do. I would light all 3 because you're gonna get different flavor profiles from each one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like everything you taste should taste a little different with each stick. And I'm curious to go back and forth to with different things. I think it's going to be amazing.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
I was thinking I like we're thinking on the same page. I don't see you lighting though. I don't see nobody else lighting this.
Well,
I thought you were the official light.
Yeah, we thought you were doing this for every firefighter. Come on now. Don't you know how to play with fire?
I put shit out. I don't put.
Okay.
Did one of you guys happen to get a lovely photograph of this?
No,
of this board.
No, we didn't.
All right, I'm going to do that right now.
And then you can put it up.
I'm going to put it up on screen too.
Oh.
There we go. And yeah, Dustin, if you got a better, you may have gotten a better because you don't have the shadows like I do. You might have gotten a better picture than I did. So yeah. Yeah, we got all kinds of fun stuff going on tonight, guys. And we've talked about it a lot on the show before that, and we talked about it a ton the first time you were on the show, Ed, that there's so many fun ways to experience different, and same thing with foods. If you're taking, a couple different types of foods, like one of the things you told me that I still to this day love is for a grilled cheese, any melting cheese and like fruit preserve.
It's facts.
And putting flavor combinations like that together where you get like rich and bright and you get fatty and salty and you get all different kinds of combinations. The same is true with spirits and cigars, with beers and cigars, wines and cigars, and with food and cigars. So tell us a little bit about some of the selections that you decided to put on the board tonight.
Well, I'm not going to take credit for
okay.
I'm not going to take. I'm not going to. He's pruning his face up. I'm not going to take credit.
I just totally took Raleigh's thunder,
and neither should he, because I heard the missus had a lot to do with this. But anyway, Raul, you can go ahead.
She was in Houston.
I'm so sorry, Raul.
I actually did go get most of this stuff, and my idea was just get a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of the other stuff. And actually, I asked you a couple things to get.
You did.
And you told me about the nuts and what kind of dried fruits to get.
Mhm.
Most of this meat on here is from a Northeast deli. And it's all Ukrainian sausage, Moscow bacon, Polish ham, and then smoked Ukrainian sausage over there.
Okay, so I'll say the scientific stuff. Okay, so, so basically, what's unique about all these things, there's a common thread through everything. Everything's cured, obviously, but why that's important is because of it's a similar process with, making a good cigar.
Yeah.
And same thing with a spirit. The aging process is what we're referring to.
Okay.
And so each cigar should bring out different aspects of the cigar. I mean, each cigar should bring out different aspects of the food.
Oh yeah.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
So the sweetness, all those different nuances should be vastly different. And I'm curious to see how. So we have everything salty, sweet. There's no sour up here, but there will be in the dessert.
Okay.
That was
Yeah.
We actually did a whole sour thing last year. My first episode.
That was
Okay.
that was Raleigh's first episode as co-host, where I called it Angry Pairings.
Gotcha.
So we got a bunch of
So
sour.
I see what he did here. He did a charcuterie board the year after.
Yeah.
I'm with you now.
Next year we're gonna pair something else.
Okay, I see what he's doing. Now I'm catching on.
I'm actually
yeah.
I'm
Go ahead.
actually hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah, dive in.
So
dive in.
yeah, it's trying to get all the five senses. So
Yeah.
and umami would be the big one with this one right here.
Okay, yeah.
Specifically with the dry aged cheeses here. So,
Yeah.
So salty, sweet, sour, bitter would be one that's not represented here, but it will be. And then umami.
Okay.
So
Okay.
taste.
Now the bitter. Sorry, real quick. The bitter is one thing for me is
Chocolate.
the chocolate. Yeah, but I also, and this is, I think my palate just kind of reacts to them this way, but I get bitterness from walnuts.
It's the
Personally.
stringent. It's the,
walnuts or my nuts?
Depends on the day. Depends on.
yeah. I mean,
I mean, have you
That
been mowing
sounds
the
like a-
lawn?
Yeah.
What have you been doing?
that sounds like a washing problem.
I'm El Natural. I don't want.
I hear you, man.
You're still mad at me for giving that all the credit on the charcuterie.
So, and one that's the honey is very special. One of the captains on the fire department, actually, he's our arson investigator. That's from his beehives.
If he's watching, I need that gallons. That's just really, really, really good. Really, really good.
Well, we got his comment that I love, and I'm so sorry that your username on YouTube is Jibby Jabba Het Mehet. I love you. Whatever that
See?
That
yes.
is. But
That's the
yeah.
grilled cheese right there.
manchego cheese, fig
Trying to
jam,
tell you.
and prosciutto. Oh,
Listen,
that just sounds like something I want to eat.
delicious. Yeah,
Oh man, that
I
sounds
can
good.
taste that now.
Oh,
So
well, what did you have there first, Raul?
This one right here.
You had, is that some of the cheddar, or I can't remember
which one did you take?
This one right here.
That's the
That's
age.
6 year.
That's the 6 year.
Yeah.
6-year
delicious.
cheddar.
And so far, it tastes really good with the Connecticut. Are you gonna spark yours up, buddy?
I am. I'm gonna get a cigar fired up right now.
On
The
What
what are you doing over there, buddy?
well, we
Just
gotta-
stuffing your face.
We got to also since basically we're in the main segment of the evening, we got to talk about our great friends at Drew Estate, since they sponsor the main segment of the evening.
And they are awesome.
And following the resounding success of Blackened Cigars M81 Maduro, Drew Estate announced the new Blackened S84 Shade to Black, wrapped in a luxurious Connecticut Ecuador cover leaf. The experience of the expression is distinctly different from the original M81 Maduro, while still retaining its foundational qualities due to the Connecticut broadleaf Maduro binder and filler leaves from Pennsylvania and Nicaragua. Presented in elegantly designed 20-count boxes, Blackened Cigars S84 Shade to Black by Drew Estate is available in Robusto, Toro, Corona Doble, and Corona. For more information, please visit drewestate.com. All right. And I mean, we can just go from one to the next, right?
Yeah, just knock them out.
'cause
Knock them
that
all
way-
out. Let's get them out.
You can do
Yeah.
whatever you want, Matt. Just put your mind to it, and it will happen.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. The power of positive thinking.
There you go.
But I'm going to fire this one up first, and then probably quickly after fire the other ones up. But I'm going to start with the firecracker in the Connecticut, and I'm going to do so on the Cigar Toast Cam. Cigar is the leading cigar accessory brand with innovative butane lighters, precision cigar cutting instruments, travel cases, and humidors. Each product is designed and manufactured with the utmost precision and attention to detail. The result is a range of products that exude quality and refinement, reflecting the brand's dedication to excellence. For more information, please visit Cigar.com. There we go. And now we have a Firecracker Connecticut fired up.
Okay.
Matt, pass me one of those extra lighters, would you?
Extra lighters. I don't know. I don't have many over here.
Don't pass that one to me. Don't pass
I won't.
that. You won't get
I
that
won't
one
get it back.
No, you hold on to that.
Yeah.
I
This,
think with the 3, we're gonna have to.
Gotcha.
add them all up.
that one's got butane in it. If
So-
not, I've got a shit ton more butane.
So right now, I went from the 6-year-old
Okay.
cheddar to the creamy Havarti. All right. Wow, that's a difference. And this Connecticut so far has been working the best with them. Also, I joined a new group in there. I hope a couple of them are watching tonight. Savage Gentlemen, if you guys are watching, thanks for joining in. Appreciate you.
Love the name.
Pretty cool group.
Yeah.
All right. So I want to talk about David Floyd's comment. Use mayo on the outside of the grilled cheese instead of butter. Now,
Okay.
I've tried it. It wasn't as good as I was hoping it would be. I still prefer a mixture of butter and olive oil.
Mayo, didn't you? Use the damn
Dukes?
Duke.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't use Duke's.
Okay.
I was
That,
Hellman's.
we had to get this clarified. Thank you.
Yeah,
We're
it
same
was,
page. We're on the same
it was.
page.
This was before. This was like back before I tried Duke's for the first time.
Hey, Luciana. Good evening, meat eaters. He says.
Hey, good to see you, brother. So I didn't like the mayo. My preference is butter and olive oil, a little bit of both. What was your experience with the mayo on the grilled cheese?
I've done them every which way you can think of.
Yeah.
Me personally, I'm not a mayo fan. In general, I don't, just because I just make gallons of it and have to break it. And
Oh yeah.
I like it, like it's congeals. I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
I prefer my grilled cheese accoutrement, if you will always be butter, a little bit of olive oil, and Parmesan cheese.
Yeah.
All of them. And it's just because it doesn't have the vinegar.
Yeah.
So that's left in the mayo. So
And the crunch for me just wasn't there with the mayo. It was kind of, I mean, it had a little crunch to it, but yeah, the dusting, slathering a lot of butter on the bread and then dusting it with Parmesan cheese.
yes,
You know,
it's still the best.
That makes such a great crust on the outside of the bread. That's still my number one way to do it. And mixing in different kinds of cheese.
Yeah.
And then your trick of putting in some fruit preserves. I mean, that really, and I want to try that, throwing some prosciutto in there too.
We should do that.
So I'm hearing that we need to do a grilled cheese.
We should have a wheel.
Okay.
We should have a wheel.
Yes.
A wheel of preserves, a wheel of cheeses.
Pairing roulette.
And
Pairing roulette. There we go.
Pairing roulette.
We've done that before.
We've done that before, yeah.
Okay.
So we're
on it.
We'll do that.
Yep.
Absolutely.
See you next year this time.
Doesn't have to. Why would I wait a year?
Yeah, let's not wait a year.
I'm hungry every day, Ro.
This year thing he's talking about.
What are we doing next week?
Too soon.
We're not really sure yet.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true.
So that pastrami, that is not. I thought it was the Moscow bacon.
That's pastrami.
That's pastrami, not Moscow.
All right, I'm gonna, just so I don't have like the
go get a
boarding
plate.
house reach, I'm gonna go get a little plate.
Will you grab some napkins?
I'm
too?
gonna get napkins,
Thank you.
and I'm also gonna get the info because they sent a lovely info sheet about this bottle
yeah,
of
we
wine.
have to.
So I'm gonna go
Oh,
get that
yeah.
info sheet.
I gotta.
Oh,
So
and an arrow.
while he's gone, we're gonna go off the rails because when the cat's away, the mice will play. So tell me about your dates you bring. I didn't know they made gummy bear dates.
They're a tad chewy. I don't grow the dates, okay? I didn't grow them. I did purchase them though. They are
There.
pitted medjool dates. They're good. They are very chewy though. but you know,
I didn't mind.
maybe
them,
they were
actually. I was
cold.
just
Maybe they
giving it
were.
a little shot.
Maybe they're a little cold, but they're. I mean, still, they omit wonderful flavor.
What was with that little tiny piece you took
Which one?
of cheese?
Because I wanted to the varying differences between the two. So the issue was not the issue, but the longer aged cheese has a more robust flavor.
Yeah.
So typically you want to start with something lighter like the Havarti and then work your way up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure once we hit here, it's you know, you'll be tasting that cheese for a while after, you know. And then the secret is then when you add sweetness to any of this, it's going to change everything as well. You know?
And then the nuts too.
Yeah,
on
yeah,
top of
nuts
that, 'cause then you got all the
exactly.
fats.
Exactly.
Let's do this real quick. Let me try this. And this mascarpone,
Yeah.
mascarpone,
Yeah.
doesn't really have a flavor. It just amplifies
Yeah. It's Italian cream cheese.
whatever you put on it.
It's the tilapia of cheese. Tastes like whatever you put on it is.
Or tofu.
That tofu's worse. The honey's money.
We're doing the jelly. What kind of jelly is this over here?
What is that? Is that strawberry or raspberry? What's that? What is that?
We're gonna find out.
Strawberry?
Strawberry. Dude. Excuse me while my mouth is open, but that honey is fucking fun.
The honey is money. It's really, really, really good. I gotta visit his little keep. I'm just a geek like that. I have to.
You gotta visit what?
Where he has his bees at, man.
That's good. All right, let me see how this is going with this.
Our mouths are full.
Did
That Connecticut tastes totally different after you have that Moscato and the jam on a cracker.
What were you saying?
Has anyone else had the pastrami yet?
Yep, that's what I had first.
Okay, you had the pastrami first?
Yep.
And you smoked which cigar? Right after.
The Connecticut.
Try it with the Maduro.
All right. Well, I'm gonna break it in half.
It's the pepper. Right.
Fuck. Matt, you want to get in here and eat? Start eating before we eat all of it?
Yeah, get a couple of those passed over to Justin.
Gracias.
Tell you what, load me up,
Hey.
please. I won't be able to reach all the way over there.
You get one berry.
Oh, you're so nice. You're so nice. See what a family we are here.
Absolutely, John.
Anything will taste different with fat / protein in your mouth. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wait, did she? Never mind.
Smother flour. All right, let's go with the 12-year-old.
Should just pour honey on everything.
That honey is good. That might be the star of the show right now as of now.
What is the honey's amazing.
Oh, see, I got my wine glasses clinking together. We'll definitely enjoy the wine with the dessert, but it's no.
Oh no.
It's no saying we can't go ahead
No,
and
absolutely.
enjoy some now.
No. It should be savored right now.
Yeah, I did it the cheap way and just pulled the foil all the way off instead of cut it.
There's no wrong way.
All right.
You got everything?
No
gummy bears. Put any gummy bears on there.
All right, I'll give him one gummy.
AKA dates.
Oh, look at that.
Yes.
What are we looking at? You stuck it in.
The cork busted off in the bottle.
When in doubt, just push it in there.
All right.
If
Try
you
and start
can't
out
get the rest of that out, just push it in.
Start with that one.
Keep screwing it. You got it.
I'll hold this now.
Oh boy.
Don't you love the way the show goes sometimes?
Take your pen and jam it in there.
It's live.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
This is why we go live.
Yeah.
If you guys are home laughing at us, That's what we're here for.
Luciano's heading to Canada right now. He said he may stop in MN on his way back.
Ooh, we'd love to let us
Love
know.
to see you, Luciano.
See you, brother.
Give us a shout if you're
Would love to chat
if you're
for
around.
sure.
Absolutely. All right, I think
Once you pour it first,
we'll. Well, I'm not going to put the aerator in the bottle now since we got a corkage issue.
You got to drink it now. That's what that means.
There, seeing that we got that much. Isn't this fun, guys?
Yeah, I'll
Take
hold
a little plastic
you
spoon.
pour once you move it, and then it'll stay down.
Oh shit!
Skeet, skeet.
Skeet,
skeet.
Oh boy.
This is going well. Isn't this going well, guys?
There we go.
Whoa,
There we
whoa.
go. Now it's in there.
Luckily we got
They
those
said
napkins.
Serdix in Minneapolis is a spot for cheese and meats. Isn't that where you went, Raul?
Yep.
Boom. Look at
Let
that.
me clean some of this up here.
Cerix and Kamarcheks. I grew up on Kamarcheks.
There we go. All right.
You grew up on cured meats? That's what you said? That's what I heard.
Kamarcheks.
Kamarcheks meats.
This meats.
All right, got a little
Little cork.
Flavor. That's just flavor.
little cork.
Never heard anything.
All right, let's get that out of there. Oh, thank you.
For you, sir.
I think we need a bigger table.
That'll
Sure.
studio remodel. All right,
Move that to the side.
get a little air moving in there. A little cheers.
Salute.
Hear that?
Ooh.
Get that right on the microphone.
Oh, that's delicious, though. It's really good.
Man,
David, who are you talking about, David?
that is good stuff.
Yeah.
All right,
So
so
let's read about this.
La Pistolina Cabernet Sauvignon. This is 2016 vintage, 89% Cabernet, 11% Merlot. 18 months in 60-gallon oak barrels, 60% new oak, 40% once used, 100% French thin stave barrels, 306 cases. Inviting aromas of purple plum, black cherry preserves, vanilla, toasted clove, slightly muted, but also black pepper and hints of tobacco and leather. So let's see here. All right, 2016 delivered typical weather conditions for Napa Valley. Spring was absent of frost. Summer was steady climate, just the right amount of warmth. This is the first vintage for La Pistolina, and the bar has been set high. I definitely enjoy the first taste of this wine. Absolutely.
It's really good.
Wine smells delicious.
Whatever I just put together was delicious.
What did you do?
I did a cracker. It was like some Moscow cheese. Or no, this other cheese. What's the square one right here?
That's cheddar. That's from
I did that with
from Matt Ty's
cheddar.
refrigerator.
Did cheddar with this little.
I thought
whatever,
That's that good. That's that good
that
cheddar.
pastrami.
I thought that was that.
No. The one you cut was
I did it with cheddar, with pastrami,
So-
with some honey, and some cranberries on top.
So if you
Oh
guys
my God.
are ever traveling through Wisconsin, in Toma, Wisconsin, there's right at the exit in Toma, there's a cheese shop called Humbird Cheese. I've been going there for 30 years. Like, it used to be a little shack, literally like a little wood shack. And they built a new building, sometime, I want to say maybe 15 years ago. So it's a pretty good sized shop now. But they specialize in, they make this cheddar in-house and they age it. So depending on when you go, you can get cheddar anywhere from a year old, 5, 6, all the way up to like 20 plus years old. And it's some of the best cheese you'll ever have in your life. Oh yeah. And these little guys, are these
blueberries.
dried blueberries? Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, with the cheddar.
You gotta put honey on the top.
Yeah, the dried fruit.
honey knocks it out.
Put it on
everything. On everything.
Like literally.
And what is this guy here?
That is Ukrainian sausage.
Ukrainians. Oh man.
And this one is kokoska.
Oh, that's really nice.
I'm gonna put some in this little gap here. You dip wherever you want to.
Yeah, absolutely. That's beautiful.
You gotta get more than that.
I mean,
Oh no, that's
this-
perfect. Man, and this is what is this guy here? This
That's just
Stuff right there. That's
that's
the Irish cheddar.
yeah.
oh, is this like the Dubliner
Yeah.
Irish cheddar? Yeah, that's good stuff. I've had that before. Oh yeah, one of my favorite things about really good cheddar, especially if it's really old, sometimes those milk solids crystallize and you get the little crunch. Oh my gosh, that's my favorite part of
That crunch is everything.
old cheddar.
That Havari, it's good, but they make another one with jalapenos in it. I should have got that one.
No, you did right. That jalapeno will blow your palate.
Okay.
All right, so I still got the Connecticut going, but I want to fire up the
This is called
I want to fire up the Maduro.
Cusca.
The
David Floyd's got jokes over here for you, Ed. He closes his eyes and Ed talks. I hear Kevin Hart's what he said.
that's fucked up.
I don't hear it.
I don't hear it.
That's worse. Thanks.
No.
No, he doesn't have the
No.
the high pitch of Kevin Hart's voice.
I tell you what.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's saying all black guys sound the same.
Oh,
Fucking
here we
Dave.
here we
I knew
go.
it. I knew it, Dave. I knew you were a little red.
The wine
Mhm.
with that. Oh my goodness. I know. Just take my word for it.
I will.
Mm-hmm.
I'm drinking some hop water
That's good stuff.
by Shirley.
Yes, it's very good stuff.
Isn't something happening, Shirley's, in the next week or two? Or
Yes.
what do you
They
guys?
always got events going on.
Shirley has a couple of great events. So I'm actually doing a Shirley event
When? Tell us more.
on September 10th. It is they have the bottle project. It's a barrel aged bottle beer project that they do one barrel aged beer a quarter. And I'm gonna do by the time the dinner takes place, it will be Q3. So I'm gonna do a pairing with all of the beers from this year and the last one from last year. And some other things in their portfolio. So I'm looking really it's been an awesome thing. So it's going to be, and hop water will be one of the ingredients I'm using. I haven't even leaked the menu yet, but for you guys, it's going to be an awesome event. And so looking forward to that.
What's going on September 8th?
September 8th is a very high profile event at a firehouse.
Firehouse 14.
Firehouse 14 to be specific.
You know,
We have to figure that logistics out for that too. That should be nice as well.
so Ed's going to come cook for my crew.
Yeah.
And then I'm not telling them unless they're watching. If the ones guys that are watching, don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
I think
I'll bucket you in your sleep.
I think I might visit the firehouse that day. I might stop by just to say hi.
You should.
You know, I'm not saying I will, but
We both are invited, of course. Nobody else but these two.
oh man, yeah, the cheese with the honey. Give me a break.
You can put the honey on a shoe.
Mm. So I just had some of that cheese in the middle. This one
Which
right
one?
here.
Brie.
The brie with some walnuts on a cracker. Came out pretty good.
The raw walnuts that you got.
Yeah.
Not toasted.
No.
Just raw. Just raw walnuts.
Raw dog. Raw
Yeah.
dog.
Who does that?
By the way, you're not supposed to eat that white stuff, are you? And that brie?
You can.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you can.
can eat
It's
those
the rind.
rinds,
It's
yeah.
edible.
Hey, Dax
Hey,
says September 12th, only 2 days after, might be a great day for a cigar event. Ed.
Listen,
Cigars and baseball.
Dax, if you go to your phone and you look up my name, which I'm probably not programmed, I sent you a text message. I don't know, almost as long as I sent Matt his that it didn't go through, and I'm still waiting on a response. I think we should definitely do that though.
We'll be at Cigars and Baseball.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I totally forgot to talk about cigars and baseball.
We still have the whole show to talk about.
We still do have the whole show.
Why
Let's
don't we
talk
talk
about-
about cigars and baseball right now while we're enjoying this food?
Thursday, September 12th, at CHS Field in St. Paul, Minnesota, the home of the St. Paul Saints.
No, I haven't.
Tickets are still available. Go to cigarsbaseball.com. And Cigars and Baseball is a fantastic cigar event. Basically, the entire concourse around CHS Field is filled with some of the best cigar brands you've seen. Fantastic local foods, great local distilleries, local breweries, and all of the proceeds go to the Miracle League, which builds baseball facilities for kids with disabilities. So it all goes to a good cause, and it's one of the best cigar events in the country. So September 12th, go to cigarsbaseball.com. Tickets are still available, so you guys do not want to miss it. How about that? Cigar will be there live, covering the event, video, and all the wonderfulness. So do not.
I gotta be there for that.
Yeah, it's going to be a fantastic time.
Alex, how you feeling? Came down with some COVID, didn't you?
Oh, sorry, brother. You got a little of the ick going. I apologize for that. Hope you feel better soon.
So,
all right.
So far,
this Maduro hits completely different, especially with the meats.
Mm-hmm.
Like the spice, any spice at all in the meats, like the sweetness of the Maduro.
Have you had the pastrami?
I have not yet.
Okay, that's the winner with the Maduro.
Oh, okay.
And then the sip of the wine is it's a match made in heaven.
So
that pastrami is insane.
Now that you dip that swine in the honey, now I can't give that to my Muslim brother Omar.
It's okay. I'll take the jar. See how that happened? It worked out.
I see what you did there. I like that. Don't hate the player.
It worked out. I got me a jar of honey now.
I'm not Muslim. That's going back home with me. It depends. If you send the dessert home for my wife, you might get that jar of honey.
Yeah, see, they don't travel. What I'm having is not a traveling dessert.
Well, what are you having?
I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's a surprise.
Yeah.
Are you doing okay over there in food?
Get it when you get it.
I'm doing great over here. I'm comatose over here, so I'm good.
I will say this. The dessert that we'll be having, yes, crazy with that, right? Dessert that we had the Maduro with that, and after that, pastrami is insane. So
you were gonna say something about my dessert you're making.
Okay, so the dessert that I'm making is covering 4 of the 5 tastes. So the tastes are there's salty, there's sweet, there's sour, there's bitter, and then there's umami.
That's 5.
I said 4 of the 5.
Oh,
the one that you don't get in the dessert is umami because
okay,
it's not, it's not safe.
All right.
So that was done purposely to try to emulate almost what only thing that this board has umami for days.
Oh yeah.
With the dessert,
well, tell me what umami is.
Umami is basically the savory
richness, kind of.
Nah, not richness. So Parmesan cheese, mushrooms, that it factor that you can't really put your finger on. Like, I don't know why this is so addictive tasting.
Soy sauce, mushrooms.
Yes.
Pussy.
That's a different show.
Sorry, I just slipped out.
Continuing on.
I doubt your wife likes that.
Yeah. Save us from him.
Okay.
Sorry,
yeah. So the premise was to try to have a single bite and leaving the umami for the stick.
Nice.
So speaking about sticks, which one do you think so far has been going best with charcuterie board?
So they all have their own nuances, right? So like for the bite that we were just talking about, the pastrami with the honey and the aged cheese that we have here, the Maduro's killer.
Yeah.
Killer.
It goes so great.
Like killer. The Connecticut goes well with the softer cheeses, I will say. Because it can hold up to those more robust flavors that you get. Now add a nut in, and we have a whole different. I mean, it's so. I can do this all day. This is amazing.
Okay, so why don't you pass me a cracker?
Yes.
I want to fire up this Connecticut again because I want to try the Connecticut.
Which cracker would you like?
With the dry.
I like all my crackers. Hell, my friends.
I want to try the Connecticut with the dried apricot
I had that.
because I
Take
think that's
it
going to be
again.
killer.
Because the sesame seeds lend a different, you know.
You should probably put this honey up front,
Yeah, this one I don't have to dip in it. I can use the spoon.
like a adult.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's all right. So what'd you put on that? I'm gonna go with some sharp cheddar. This one over here.
Yeah, that one's good.
And then let's put a piece of this.
Did you?
on there.
I haven't had this. No, I had that.
Oh.
That's delicious.
That's kokoska right there.
Kokoska. It's really good ham.
So I usually have when I'm at Station 11
Mhm.
because that's close to Camarchex. I have that with the jalapeno Havari, and they make a homemade sauerkraut with chunks of this stuff in it.
Oh, okay.
Freaking phenomenal! It's kind of my version of a Rachel or what's the other?
Mm-hmm.
one? A
Rachel
Reuben?
or Reuben.
It's so good. I was
Oh,
gonna
so
bring
it's a hot sandwich.
no.
Oh, you eat it cold?
I just toast the bread and then
Okay.
and then they have mustard there too. That's phenomenal.
All right, so the dried apricots
Uh-huh.
with the Havarti and the Connecticut is crazy good because they're both they all have really kind of smoother, softer kind of flavors. There's just and the dried apricots aren't too sweet.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you get dried apricots, you can tell they like soak them in syrup before they dried them. These taste more natural, like just legit dried fruit.
Unsulfured apricot.
Yeah. And this is with the Connecticut, that's a good combo because the Connecticut cigar is mild enough and the flavors of those are mild enough where it goes really nice together.
Jibby Jabba met my wife makes the best flan. We was just talking about flan, was we not?
Jibby jabba. Bullshit. My grandmother makes the best flan and my wife makes the best cheesecake. If you doubt me, let's meet up and we can figure it out. Because I can sit around and eat flan and cheesecake all day long.
No,
brother.
I will say
I want to be there for it.
I will say that I've had you brought over one of her cheesecakes once and it was ridiculous. It was biscotti cheesecake.
Mhm.
And that was insane. Oh my gosh. I mean, it's like you want to nap after like the thinnest little slice of it, but it was so good.
I'll stay out of the cheesecake war. I have an unfair advantage.
What, you're from New York? So am I.
That too, but
So I wanted to actually get some meats in from Cat's Delicatessen.
oh, you should have
But
told me.
I didn't have enough time for it.
I could have made it happen.
So if you guys haven't had Cat's Delicatessen in New York, in Delancey Street,
What we can do. This is what we'll do.
phenomenal.
I'll get some from Catch and Second Street,
Ooh.
Okay.
and we can go. So that would be the equivalent of Geno's and Pat's, as far as they're like the two rivaling, but they're completely different.
Mhm.
But both staples.
Yeah.
New York
In New York,
delicatessen. They're delicious, and you're either
Cats,
a Cat's or Second Street Deli
Yeah.
guy.
and I'm a Cats guy.
A gal. Yeah, I love Cats.
I'm-
Cats was the first pastrami I ever had.
I've never had either.
Really?
Yeah, I've never had it
You
either.
been in New York?
I've been to New York twice, but I was a teenager both times.
Nope.
So it's
No
like,
excuse.
well,
So
I haven't been, so I got an excuse.
There
we go. There we go.
There you go.
So I want to tell you one of the coolest things that anybody's ever did to me. It was last year, Yankees opener. James
No,
ordered
which
Cat's Delicatessen for us.
No, he said what team?
who's opener?
Who's opener?
Whoa.
The New York
Listen,
Yankees.
you got it's now
Bronx
you got
Bombers.
that's right.
I got a homie here. now.
yeah. I'm here back all day long.
I'll have to look them up. I don't think I've
Better-
ever heard of them.
Never heard.
That's okay. They're in first place. You
They are,
don't have to look far. You don't
They're
look
tied
far.
for first
Yeah.
place.
You don't have to look far.
They're,
That is the most recognizable symbol on the planet.
it is. Next to McDonald's.
It's kind of like that sound of a shotgun. Everybody knows what that sounds like.
Absolutely.
So, Justin.
Yeah.
What's the car? Tell us about your pairing over there. How you liking it? And
My mouth's watering. Everybody take.
Are you infusing any nuts?
I've been putting nuts.
Okay.
He's been berries.
Shit out of honey.
I'm all in.
We're gonna have to give him some more honey.
Hit me with some of those almonds.
Yes, let's do some.
And anything.
We're gonna do a walnut on top of this. I don't know what I got here, but so we're just gonna go all in.
Mm.
Did you get any brie, Matt? No.
Brie?
No. Yeah, I'll get some of that too. And this is one of these things that, like on this show that we're doing right now, guys, and for all of you who are watching live right now, we encourage, like, if you didn't know about this ahead of time, you know, if you were watching the show last week or even 2 weeks ago that we talked about this, you know, we try to give you a little bit of a heads up. So next time we do a pairing show like this,
yes,
we want you guys to be prepared to play along at home. So put together your own, and even right now, you know, if you want to run to your fridge right now and grab a block of cheese and, you know, some meats and stuff that you've got in there, and if you're a drinker, you know, open up a bottle of wine or something like that and just play along at home, you know, because we want you guys to experience, you know, different flavors with your cigars as well. That's why we do this, because we try to open up our own palates.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, David made a good point there.
It will taste different if you taste
Absolutely.
food before the cigar than if you taste cigar before the food.
Absolutely.
So tell us a little bit about the how that works in the palate.
It's how
In your mouth.
when your mouth is
In your
coated.
mouth.
When your mouth is coated. Remember before when we did the pairings before, and we tasted in reverse,
Yeah.
and both times, and it was different both ways. Specifically with the dairy, with the cheese, more importantly with the softer cheeses, because those milk solids coat your tongue, and they stop a lot of the smoke particles from getting to your taste buds more potently. So yeah, listen, this is an amazing thing. I love how food is such an experience depending on how you go about it, and same thing with cigars and anything. If you know the different combinations, is so they're all different. Like they're literally all different, and the order in which you do it too plays a heavy role.
Yeah.
In how the experience is had. And then if you add something like this is it's a whole nother ballgame.
Yeah.
Whole nother ballgame.
How's your root beer going, buddy? Salud.
1919 is doing me
Salud.
great.
All right. The honey, so walnut, honey, and brie, that's ridiculous. I mean, I'm usually not a walnut guy, but that combination of honey, walnut, and brie is crazy good. Oh, if we had some hot honey, that would be like a great extra addition to add a little spice.
He actually smoked some of this with and put some, not jalapenos, chipotle.
Oh yeah.
And I had only one jar because he only made like 5, because I told him, hey, why don't you try it out? So he did. And I only had one jar and it wasn't coming out the house.
Oh.
So if you want to, you got to come over.
Great story, Ro. Thanks.
You like that brie?
Mm-hmm.
You haven't touched it yet.
Oh, yeah. I've been eating it.
Oh, hey.
Like anything's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Kelly says maybe we could win some cheese. I got a new torch in the mail today. Kelly, I hope you enjoy that layer. Thanks for watching last week and being one of our winners.
Thanks.
I'm eating wings, but I just cut the cheese, so I feel like I'm there too. You are here with us in spirit.
Miss you, buddy, by the way, Dax. I ain't seen you in about a month, bro.
Yeah, Dax. Stop being so. How dare you be so busy with life events and stuff like that? How dare you? No, I'm in the same boat, brother. Don't worry about it.
I see you every week.
Oh man.
Save room though, okay? And save cigar. Maybe
Yeah.
I should go. Maybe I should run. Maybe this is the time in the show where I gotta go.
I didn't have any dinner, so I'm good.
We're good. We don't have to go anywhere yet.
I'm just about.
I'm gonna be in a food coma by that time that comes out anyway.
You want to still
you'll eat it.
You want to still have your senses about you.
Yeah, you'll eat it.
Oh, David Floyd got his torch in the day today as well.
Oh, nice. Yeah. A lot of people look like they shipped out really quick.
You just said meat and senses in the same word.
Hey, Tony said he's on the way. 20 minutes with the hot honey.
There we
All
go,
right, buddy.
Clear the highway. Yeah, that's the problem. With
I'll
with
save
all
you
the
some
road
meat.
construction right now.
Can I have some more crackers, sir?
Yes.
I'll save you some meat, Tony.
Just give me whatever you want. Yeah. Need some carbs.
Oh man. All right,
Fun.
so
What's your everybody? We'll go along. We'll start with you first, Matt. What has been your best bite so far with cigar?
So my best bite has to be the pastrami with the I had the pastrami with the Dublin cheddar and the wine, and the Maduro cigar.
Yeah,
I mean
that's I
little bit of sweetness from the Maduro cigar, a little bit of pepperiness from the pastrami.
Yeah.
Fattiness, saltiness, just it's like everything in one.
I
bite.
agree. That's mine.
A close second is the walnuts and the honey and the brie.
How about you?
So mine was a cracker with the kokoska and the Havari with some honey on it.
And what cigar? Connecticut?
Connecticut.
Okay, Judge. How about you? You're eating your best bite as we
I am.
talk. Okay.
Whatever that was, it was good.
Whatever that was, it was good.
I don't know what's this meat here.
That's
the garlic. That's garlic ham.
I did that with that cheese.
Havarti.
With half a date,
Ah.
honey, some blueberries, some cranberries.
Oh, you had the kitchen sink.
Oh my god!
You had the everything bagel bite. Okay. all
With
right.
the Maduro afterwards.
So what was yours?
Mine was the same as Matt's. The first one.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah, it was the pastrami, the Dublin cheddar. I had honey on mine though, and the wine.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
And the almonds and the honey with the mascarpone, crazy good too.
No, that
The
sounds
honey
good.
like makes everything.
Honey does make everything. This if we had known ahead of time, if I didn't know you was bringing this, you can make like it's an old school like soda jerk thing at the ice cream fountains where they make the honey walnuts.
Yeah.
It's just like raw walnuts with good honey, and they boil them a little bit, heat them up a little bit, and then they take on the walnuts, take on that honey. Oh my goodness, the texture changes a little bit.
Yeah. Oh man.
Goodness.
So Joyce, that's a great comment. Zucchini bread or banana bread with chai tea with a nice dessert cigar. I'm not a big chai guy, but I bet that combo would be fantastic.
What do you consider a dessert cigar? A flavored cigar or
just a mild Connecticut?
or just a mild
something like that.
Connecticut like a
That's a good question.
creme brulee?
Yeah,
Joyce, what do you consider a dessert cigar?
Yeah, what's some of your favorite dessert cigars?
Daniel likes pickled food on his board. Probably not good with a cigar though.
Nah,
No.
vinegar is it's a palate killer.
Yeah.
Why are you slowing down, bro?
I'm not slowing. I'm savoring. You're making a meal out of this. This is
You got the meat sweats over there,
So
buddy.
This
I do have
this
to
is
oh, now we're in the jar now. Okay.
this is the garlic ham right here.
Yes.
All
You
right.
said you were taking it home, so I might as well
So I'm gonna try the garlic ham with the brie.
with some honey.
Mine as well.
There's kind of honey all over the plate at this point.
I haven't had
which I'm not mad at.
No.
There's some pastrami there, bro. Yeah. Oh yeah.
This is like the caveman board.
Mm-hmm.
Bitch.
Oh yeah. Look at that.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, you don't want that piece. We don't know where those thumbs been.
Oh man. This guy. Oh.
Okay, man.
Man,
Okay.
That pastrami is good.
The brie, the sausage, and
And the honey?
oh my goodness.
So we can't end the show till this whole charcuterie board is gone.
bullshit. Just give me a good bottle of port with my cigar. Favorite pairing, Tony. That's a great point.
There he goes.
And when you say port, are you talking tawny port, like the thick, the thick stuff, the good heavy tawny port, because I agree with that.
I have a barrel in my house that I keep at my bar that I constantly drop a little bit of 12 year, some tawny, some white port, and it's just that's my dessert beverage of choice.
He says ruby port.
Ruby port.
There you go.
This date's getting better. The warms up.
See, there we go.
I
It's
learned
like a real date.
Yeah.
Back to Joyce, her
There you go.
dessert cigars, Crown Heads La Crema.
Oh yeah.
And then David Floyd said Crown Heads La Patissier.
I agree with you, brother. 100%. The PCA exclusive. I love you, brother. I don't care what you said earlier. I forgive you.
Let's scroll back to see what he said. No, I remember what he said.
Something about meat in my mouth, probably.
You love the meats in your mouth. That's exactly what he said.
Fuckers.
I agree.
Hey, a show like this, you know those things are going to happen,
Mm.
and I applaud it. Honestly, if you come with good jokes, hats off to you.
So what is the purpose of the chocolate on this board?
So
Is
that's
that a palate
the bitter.
chemical?
No. That's the bitter. Yeah. So you gotta. I would do the chocolate in the fruit
And the honey?
in the honey. Yeah. Yes. Honestly, but if the chocolate with any of the dry fruits,
Mm.
and if you can dabble a little bit of honey, that doesn't hurt.
Mm.
But totally different, and it also will cleanse the palate a little bit.
So, got a question for all three of you.
shoot.
Do you think this changes the retrohale at all?
Yes,
You think so?
it did for me. Yeah.
Okay.
It tastes
I
different.
think the wine does more for me than the food does,
Okay.
but yeah, it does. The wine, especially, you nose the wine a little bit. Yeah.
I think over time, it obviously does. I think for sure the wine absolutely does. But I believe the more you get down the stick, the further down, and the more you've coated your palate with specifically all these different things. Yeah, for sure. Like I tell you what, I'm enjoying all of them way more now than I was than before.
Yeah.
Not that they were delicious before, but now I'm invested.
Okay. Another question for you two, since we don't drink. If you were going to drink a bourbon with a charcuterie board, what would you think you would take? What would you have? Would you have a rye or a regular bourbon or a scotch?
Okay.
What kind of whiskey would you have?
So I would do scotch before I did bourbon because that's more on the sweeter side.
Okay.
And everything tends to lean towards after, everything will start to get muddled. Scotch, something like, a Glenlivet 18 was my scotch of choice. I think will go well with all of this stuff. Without over, being a overbearing flavor.
What about you, Matt?
Well, Matt Ty doesn't like bourbon, so
Oh, he doesn't.
yeah.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna go the opposite. I mean, I go more bourbon, I think, and just because I like the scotch. For me, I don't like anything to interfere with scotch.
Okay.
For me, I really just like and I mean, I'll have it with a cigar, but bourbon, there's we're talking American grains, we're talking classic flavors. And for scotch, usually they're so much more complex than bourbons are, to me at least, that I'd rather have as little interfere with it as possible. So just
That makes total sense.
maybe a cigar, and and that's about it. And then take a swig of water every 15-20 minutes or so just to clear the palate out. But all right, so this bittersweet chocolate with the almonds and the Maduro, I like a lot.
Let's go talk about the chocolates. So I think this was 75%.
That's what David Floyd was asking. How dark is the chocolate?
75% cacao.
So would you put a milk chocolate on this?
No.
Just stick
Milk.
with the dark chocolate?
Milk chocolate is
It's not chocolate.
it's not chocolate. It's chocolate, but it's not in the sense of you can't taste or detect the flavor of chocolate. And it's it's
It's a sun kissed of chocolate. Like we were talking about earlier.
yeah.
I think white chocolate is a
No,
sun-kissed.
white chocolate is literally not chocolate.
Yeah.
That's just cocoa salads and cocoa butter salads and sweetener. That's not something that again that's the tilapia of the chocolate.
Yeah.
world.
The tilapia, I love it.
Yeah, that's
The
not really-
chocolate and the almond with the wine. Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Oh my god.
So Joyce says, what about some nice eggnog with Angel's Envy? We use the eggs from our own chickens paired with Aganorsa Maduro. Sounds
So
good.
we did eggnog on I think it was the first. No, it wasn't the first pairing of roulette. It was a pairing of roulette we did with the guys from Cigar Dojo. And one of the choices on the roulette wheel for beverages was eggnog. And I'll tell you, it was tough to pair with a cigar because it's so thick. It completely coats the palate. It's really hard to get much out of the cigar. I remember, I'll never forget this. Eric from Cigar Dojo had one of the funniest quotes ever for a guest on the show. He said it was like having a tongue condom. He said it's like all the sensation's gone. I was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. And that's been in like the historic best quotes on the show.
Top 5 for sure.
Yeah.
I can see that though.
So, but yeah, it does help to thin it out. I mean, I like throwing a little bit of spirits in my eggnog, like a little bit of rum or a little bit of bourbon, and that helps to thin it out a little bit, but it's just so, you got all those egg yolks, and egg yolks are like, because usually you'll use an egg yolk to like emulsify something, right?
Right.
So, and that is just, for me,
Coating, yeah.
it takes away almost all sensibilities to other flavors.
I can see that. Again?
Yeah, the
Coquito, that was my next. That's what I was going to bring. David said exactly what that's my next thing. I was going to say his cousin Coquito is. Listen, my cousin Tom makes, him and his wife Rachel makes a killer Coquito that they bring over. I request.
Explain to our non-New Yorkers.
Yeah, I was about to ask.
Okay, so everybody's household in the Bronx has a different Coquito.
Yeah.
So
and Puerto Ricans usually make it the best.
Yeah. It's a Puerto Rican drink. Yeah. It's a
It's like a cocaine version of the mojito, or what?
No.
Oh, okay.
I like what you did there, though.
Okay.
I like what you did. It's a coconut milk eggnog, if you will.
Got it.
And it's usually, you only use rum in it.
Yes, only rum. Put it in the better the rum, obviously, but and it's not so thick, so it doesn't get. But that would be
okay.
Yeah.
What about like horchata? Because that's so sweet.
So but then and again that's varying too. That's a rice milk drink.
Yeah.
Rice, I believe, will have this. Actually, that's not a bad idea. That would work. I mean, but
I know you like it a lot. Have you ever had it with a cigar?
I have not, but that cinnamon in there might
that would
throw it off a little bit.
Okay.
And it's heavy cinnamon. And
But I do love it. I do love it.
Yeah, I make a killer horchata French toast.
Really?
Actually, I did that on the show. That got me to the next round.
Oh.
Kelly says no condom or no tongue condom.
No tongue condom at all with the Coquito.
I think I'm getting full.
You? Really?
Yeah. No. That's crackers.
Crackers? Okay. This is why you're getting full.
So
I haven't had one cracker yet.
That one cracker. Yeah, I just had my first one.
Did you have the sesame seed one?
I have this one, which I think has like rosemary in it.
So yes, this one does.
It actually was kind of nice because I got this pop of herbal. So it was great with that
would be your first. That'd be the only version of herbaceousness you would get. Would be from that one.
I like it. Yeah, normally like holiday parties, we have a charcuterie board out. I tend to just get the meats and cheeses and everything else, not the crackers. I'm not big on
I mean, they have a role, but
all right, what am I going to put on?
I like my Triscuit.
Yeah, understood.
Yeah.
Understood.
What am I going to put on this? What am I going to put on this? Go crazy.
Man.
Oh, you double cheesing? Okay. Okay.
All right, I was about to put my plate down, but I was like, no, I gotta have one more little
smidgen.
Little brie, little honey.
This.
Okay, so I know we talked about this before. I want you to please dive into that. I'm going to talk while you're doing that. So we spoke before last time I was here. Since then, what would be your top meal? I already know what yours going to be. Being a red meat guy, you are. But what's your top entree pairing with a cigar? We'll go back to you with your steak.
I mean,
what would it be? Like if you had, what's your death row meal pairing with a cigar? What is it? What is it?
Yeah, give me a couple minutes to think about that.
Really?
Oh yeah.
it's got to be some kind of like big ass tomahawk steak or something. Like if that's my last meal.
Busy.
I'm going with like the biggest fucking steak I can eat, and I'm going all out. I don't care what it is because it's the last one. We're going like dry aged, fucking whatever it's got to be.
And as long dry aged as possible, because that'll be that many more days away
doing,
from the chair.
And I'm doing some scallops too, some fried bacon wrapped scallops with it, some asparagus or something, and maybe like some kind of like just loaded, obnoxiously big potato stuffed with everything you can put in it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What cigar?
I don't know.
I had to put you on the spot.
Let's see. Let me get back to you on that.
Well, I'm gonna go.
Okay.
With some yellow rice, red beans, and pollo chicken.
Okay.
With a quinquagenario.
Oh, yeah. All right. You know me, red meat steak. So yeah, dry aged, ultra dry aged. Although I might do smoked meats, but I'd probably go like ultra dry aged ribeye. Now I'll throw. So I agree with like asparagus but there was a joint of all places, Menominee, Wisconsin, years ago. They've closed down since then, but it was this restaurant called the Creamery. And it was kind of one of those hidden gem swanky places in the middle of nowhere. And the chef there, when I first heard this, it was on the menu. I was like, that sounds disgusting. And I fell in love with it immediately. Lemon dill mashed potatoes.
Ooh.
I know that sounds.
No, it sounds great.
They were incredible. I thought it was going to be terrible. To this day, I still like dream about those mashed potatoes. So yeah, the dry aged tomahawk, the lemon dill mashed potatoes, some asparagus with like lemon and capers, and a Davidoff Oro Blanco, $600 for one cigar. Yeah, send me out with and a bottle of this La Pistolina.
Yeah.
I'll probably have to go with an Opus X or something. I don't know, like just something nice. My last one. Give me the highest dollar cigar. That's the best one that I think it is. I'll figure.
There you go. Yeah.
I would do reverse seared A5 Wagyu. None of that filler shit. No grains.
Yeah.
Whatsoever. I'm definitely gonna go with like probably a cheddar mashed potato.
Okay.
I think would be killer. Some a melange of roasted mushrooms, and I would do a Davidoff Blue.
Oh yeah.
Kelly, you're ruthless.
Kelly says a fillet of fish and a gurkha. I mean,
you deserve to die then.
To each their own.
No.
To each their own.
You know what would be really good with a cigar when we haven't had yet?
What's that?
That candied burnt ends that you make.
Oh, the pork belly burnt ends.
That would go really good with a cigar.
I gotta buy a new smoker. My smoker's dead.
I did get to taste those the last time.
At the car game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I sent them a little. They were a little overcooked. I was a little critical on myself, but
They were delicious.
I gotta buy a new smoker.
That's the day you dropped those deviled eggs that I made.
Oh God, I still feel bad about that.
Oh, do you drop those?
Yeah, in the container, they just looked like shit. They tasted good.
The container slipped out of my hands as we were
They
walking
jumped out
up
of
that hill.
I didn't notice. I only had 6 of them. Oh, they were good. Well, I think it's time for you to go make our dessert, sir.
I think I will go make the
Because if I eat anything else, I'll be sleeping.
You look half asleep now.
Your migraine going away?
It's been a long week. I still got a headache, but it's gone.
You need another set of hands in there?
No, I'm good. I'm
okay.
good.
He doesn't want anybody to come in there.
Anything you need in the cupboards, whatever, just help yourself.
Yeah, we went through the cupboards like 10 times already trying to find stuff. So, Matt, you didn't clean your plate.
No, I'm getting full. Oh, all right, Dad.
You got to at least clean your plate.
Well, it's honestly now.
You don't like that pretty.
Anytime I have meat and cheese now, I'm gonna like drizzle honey on the plate because this is a game changer.
Yeah.
Just drizzle honey all over the plate, basically. I mean,
by
give
the
me a
way,
break.
Your dogs really like this Polish sausage. She stopped barking at me.
That's why she wasn't barking. I was
That's right.
Oh yeah, yeah. I have. I'm not very good when it comes to like being a disciplinarian with the dogs. Like if they know the sound of me standing in the kitchen over a cutting board.
Right.
Like if I'm cutting up a roast or steaks or something, they know that sound and they come and they stand right next to me, just waiting, praying for scraps. Now I always tell the family, don't feed the dogs right at the table, but if you walk into the kitchen, you can feed them in there.
Sorry, I broke the rule.
So, no, you weren't sitting at the table.
Oh,
That's the rule.
Oh, that's the cone.
If you're in the kitchen, it's not. I don't really care. But
Nicely done.
The whatever these crackers are, that's got the rosemary and the thyme in there, that just makes a huge difference. I really like that because, like you know how sometimes you'll be smoking a cigar and you'll get this like flavor or aroma note that reminds you of like herbal or floral or something like that. Every once in a while I'll get like almost like mint, although it's not mint, but it's just sort of that cooling sensation. That's kind of the nice thing to do with the crackers that have that little bit of a herbal pop where they put a little bit of herbs in there. And it contrasts with the richness of the cheese. So I dig it.
You know what else would another cigar that would have went well with this? One of those Cubans you got in the basement.
Those really old ones? No, those are spoken for.
Oh yeah, that's
remember?
Right. Yeah.
Those are spoken for. I have loved doing this experiment. I can't wait to see what the surprise dessert is. Because this is, honey on a charcuterie board. I never would have thought to do that. I'm going to do it every time now.
I shouldn't even eat anymore, but it's in front of me.
You were very strategic with the placement of the board. Hit me with a piece of that pastrami, please.
Don't drop this one, though.
There we go. Oh, my gosh.
Pastrami and the honey.
Wow.
So that's actually an interesting question.
Mm-hmm.
So, for everybody's like, you were talking about Cat's Deli and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What is everybody's like? And I want to hear from people in the comments.
I mean,
also,
you guys, okay.
Like your go-to deli sandwich, like sliced meats. What's your meat of choice? What's your condiment of choice? And what's your bread of choice? Like the classic cat sandwich is the pastrami on rye with yellow mustard, right? Mm-hmm. Which, even though I've never been there, it's famous. Yeah. Like everybody knows about it. So like, what's your go-to deli sandwich?
It is the kokoska with the havari and the sauerkraut on rye bread.
Oh, okay. So sort of a...
And it's not my go-to sandwich, but if I'm gonna go out of my way to get everything, I'm gonna drive down to Northeast Minneapolis and get it there.
Yeah.
And if I'm just going to, and it's got to be their mustard. Their mustard is phenomenal.
Okay.
It's not Grey Poupon, but it's not regular Frenchies. It's somewhere in between.
Okay. What about you, Justin? Like meat and cheese?
I mean, I like all the meats. I mean, I know Jimmy John's isn't the greatest, but I do like the gargantuan with all the meat on it. I mean, something with a lot of meat, a lot of cheeses. I'm not really picky, but you know, mayo, lettuce, tomatoes, all that stuff on it. Throw it all. I want it all.
What about you, Matt?
Yeah, for me, I mean, I talk about the Cubano a lot, but and I don't know if would people call that a deli sandwich? I still consider it a deli sandwich, you know, because there's Cuban delis. Yeah. They're not called delis. They're called. Oh shit! Now I feel like a jerk. I can't remember. But I mean the Cubano. If we're going, you know, like traditional deli style. I mean, I've got to go. I'm not a fan of rye bread. That's one of my problems.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like
rye and
bread.
mustard go so good together.
Something about rye bread that just doesn't work for me. I'd probably go. So you know that Jewish bread challah. I love that kind of bread. So I probably get the pastrami on a challah with the mustard, and maybe some Havarti on there.
I do like Havarti. That's really
or like farmer's cheese, something like that. But honestly, the cheese, I don't know if I'd get cheese on it. I'd probably just get the meat and the mustard and the bread.
Ooh, we gotta have cheese.
Because I mean, I haven't been there, but you see the pictures. Cat's sandwiches are like this tall.
Yep.
It's unbelievable.
So where's this deli at, Dax?
Cecil's.
Where's this deli at? Is it in St. Paul? I take it. Never heard of it before. Hot Italian on French bread. We have a pastrami on rye. Bologna, fried bologna. If I'm going to eat some bologna, it's got to be fried. And that's another thing that we haven't brought up, which is a Minnesota classic. Spam.
Oh, Spam. I love Spam.
I love Spam too.
My wife can't stand
sandwich?
it. My wife hates Spam, but my kids love it. So
honey, turkey, lettuce, romaine, Roma tomatoes, spicy grilled mustard, maybe sriracha and mayo from George.
Sriracha mayo. I'm sorry, I haven't got into doing anything with mayonnaise besides putting my helmets on my sandwich. I don't like anything else with my mayonnaise. I don't like.
Oh, that's delicious.
Ooh,
Kelly says
flicker
meats. Go ahead.
No, flicker meats, and so I'm intrigued because White Bear Lake is just a couple miles down the road. Firecracker sandwich, corned beef, hard salami, pepper jack, jalapenos with raspberry jam. That sounds fantastic. I didn't even know.
Sure does.
I didn't know about Flicker Meats. I've been living here for a very long time. Shame on me for not knowing about Flicker Meats. What's the name of the place? If anybody knows the name of the place in Stillwater, it's like a little tiny corner store, but they also have a deli in the back where you can, you can get meats packed to go, but you can also get sandwiches made. I used to, back when I was in my construction days, we used to go there for lunch sometimes to get these huge sandwiches. But that was 25 years ago. I don't remember the name of the place. So if anybody in the comments remembers the name of that place in Stillwater,
that sounds good too.
Oh, pickles. Yeah. Pickles. That adds a lot.
But the sandwich I talked about earlier had that sauerkraut, that homemade sauerkraut that they make.
Oh yeah.
With chunks of their Ukrainian sausage in it. And some kind of a bacon, I think.
That sounds good. Spam diced up in fried rice. I haven't tried that, but it sounds fantastic. I know that
Brian's Market and Deli, Stillwater.
That might be it. It's been, like I said, this was like late 90s, early 2000s.
Is Kelly, you're in Minnesota? I think he is.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm trying to remember exactly.
Kelly, whereabouts do you live?
Yeah, remind us. We don't remember. You don't have to like give us your actual address or anything, but
we have it. But yeah.
Yeah, we have it. That's true.
Tell us your city. White Bear Lake.
White Bear, yeah.
Well, Irish butter. You had me at Irish butter. Love it. Well,
one of these days, Kelly, we have We have local people stop in to haunt the garage while we're doing a live show.
That
so.
does sound good.
Doesn't it?
Charlotte
sounds
bread
really
with
good.
Irish butter and clover honey, so good. Paired with the warped La Comina. I love the La Comina. That's would have been my cigar actually. I love that La Comina.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. I think I have one of those left, maybe.
Oh man. See, now I got to go to the deli and get a loaf of challah, and I've got Irish butter in the fridge. I'm pretty sure.
You just got invited. So, while we're sitting around here, let's we're kind of all over the place. So local events coming around.
Oh yeah, thank you.
This Thursday, Sodi's cigars and pipes in. Well, it's not technically Stillwater, but that's the name. You look it up. They're having an Ashton event. I think it's from 3 to 7.
Yeah.
And then next Monday, the original Burn cigar in Burnsville, Minnesota, owned by our friend James Susik, is having an Espinosa.
Sucio.
Yeah, that too. Sucio. Dirty. Is having an Espinosa event with Eric Espinosa and
Guy Fieri.
Guy Fieri.
That's right. Guy Fieri will be
Triple D.
It's so because his schedule is so insane and he's in town to do some TV stuff. They're going to do the best they can with scheduling, according to James. So they're hoping that the event that he's going to arrive at about 5:15 p.m. Yeah. And that'll be Monday the 26th at Burn.
And Dax, their Drew Estate event was a couple months ago. It is Ashton on this Thursday.
Did Drew Estate buy Ashton? Oh no.
I guess.
Oh, and another thing.
Get him now. You understand what he's saying?
Yeah. Another thing about that Ashton event at Sodi's.
Yeah.
And I saw this on their post on Facebook today. For every $50 you spend at this event, you're gonna get your name entered into a drawing, and they have a customized Titleist Sodi's golf bag.
Yep.
And a glass top desktop humidor.
Nice.
Customized.
And then the next event coming up is for a charity that Perfect Ash and Patrick are having. I forgot the charity, but they're having a golf tournament.
Having a golf event, yeah.
And you need to get your foursome in, like, quick.
Yeah. So go to the Facebook page for Perfect Ash, Minnesota. And Patrick can get you the details about that. Hopefully there's still space for you if you want to participate in that.
I think Ed left us.
No, he's cooking it up. He's getting all prepared.
Oh boy,
he's got that.
Shriners Hospital. That's what it's for. Shriners Children's. Thanks, Tony.
Thank you.
I could count on you. So yeah, that's a wonderful event.
And Cigars and Baseball.
Cigars and Baseball, September 12th.
September 12th, Thursday, CHS Field. Miracle League. We'll be there. I think because last year we kind of wandered.
Yep.
I think we're going to go back this year to
a booth,
setting up in the booth with the lights and the stationery, and have people, come sit down and talk. I think
it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Can we set it up like overlooking the field?
That's what we did the second time we were there. Because the first time we pointed
towards the wall.
Towards the wall. And the second time we pointed but we realized we brought that one massive light, and even that's like not enough. So we got to bring like all the lights and stuff like that. And we'll be able to get an extra table from them. So we can clamp these lights to the table and all that stuff.
And I was your co-host the first.
That's right. That was actually your debut.
Yeah.
Was because that first year we needed another co-host.
Mm.
So and
then he put me on ice for the next 3 years.
It's a long story.
It's all good, brother. Guys need a good knuckle sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's gotten so many variations of that knuckle sandwich now. They're all pretty solid.
They did that one with Cigar Dojo. What was it called? Just recently, they did the special edition knuckle sandwich with cigar dojo that they sold it through Smoke Inn. I can't remember the name of it. Was like, oh gosh darn it. If anybody remembers, put it in the comments.
Bumpanico Rye is good too.
I want to say Sucker Punch, but that's not. Sucker Punch is a punch cigar.
Yes.
Yeah, doggone it, I don't remember. An ice cold Dr. Pepper with Aladino
Knuckle Sandwich Strike Force.
Strike Force. Thank you, Justin. Yeah, the Strike Force. Those I think those all sold out right away. I'm not sure. But yeah, I mean, Knuckle Sandwich cigars pretty much hit the shelf and they're gone. They sell really well.
Yeah, they do.
The ice cold Dr. Pepper with Aladino Corojo Reserve. Oh, Aladino. Yeah. I am gonna have to try. I'm a huge fan of Dr. Pepper.
I am too. You know they're the number 2 selling soda now.
Are they really?
Yep.
Ahead of Pepsi?
Yep. I think it's Coke and then them now.
So I learned some. Speaking of that, and everybody else probably knew this. I never realized how big of a machine McDonald's is. Do you know McDonald's sells more Coca-Cola than every other platform in the world combined?
I believe it.
So if you take all the other places in the world that sell Coca-Cola, McDonald's sells more than all of them put together. That just blew my mind when I heard that.
You know, I can't offhand remember too many restaurants or fast food places that have Pepsi. It seems like they all have Coke products.
The only one,
Wendy's,
Taco Bell, and they're, so what is it? Taco Bell and
Mountain Dew is a Pepsi. That's right.
So Pepsi bought. They're all part of the same conglomerate. Like Pepsi owns Taco Bell, or Taco Bell owns one of the two. I don't know what it is. That's why they have Pepsi products at Taco Bell's.
You hear this?
What's that? They have their own recipe in the that is true. That is true. McDonald's Fountain Coke is a slightly different recipe.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
Yeah. And the Fountain Coke at McDonald's is fantastic. 10-step filtration system before the syrup is added, and you can tell. Yeah, it is definitely different. The thing that still I wish they would change at McDonald's is you can't get Coke Zero at McDonald's. You can get Coke and Diet Coke, but they don't have Coke Zero. And I really wish they would change that. I'm a Coke Zero fan. Now Culver's, which is one of our kind of favorite, for my family at least, one of our favorite fast food places around here, they were a Pepsi shop for the longest time. And just within the last, I want to say 2 years, they switched over to Coke products, and everybody was so happy because, you know, you want to, I don't know, for me, if I'm having a cheeseburger and fries,
it's got to be a Coke.
It's got to be a Coke.
Just same thing as pizza. If I have a pizza, I want a Coke. And
the whole question, you know, you go to a place, and, you know, if it's a sit down place and the server says, what would you like to drink? And you say Coke, and they say, is Pepsi okay? No, actually it's not.
I'll take a water.
What does Garrett say? Pepsi bought chains to, that's why Pepsi bought those food places, was so that they could have places that actually carried their products, because otherwise nobody. No, that's why Culver's switched to Coke products, because for years and years and years, all their customers were clamoring for Coke products, and they finally switched.
Smash Burger's pretty good.
Smash Burger. Oh yeah. Are those? We haven't been to a Smash Burger, like an actual Smash Burger location, in a while, but I kind of got my kids into them because I love, especially their sweet potato fries.
Yeah,
with garlic butter. Yikes! Their sweet potato fries with garlic butter is insane.
So, any other bills we have to pay?
Well, we got the lightning round, but I wanted Ed to be in on the lightning round. And then we've got the notable smokable, which I want him to be in on.
Got everything.
And then we got the
numero
coming attractions. We still have Numero de los Muertos. So it's fine. He's doing great in there.
David Floyd's ready.
David Floyd is definitely ready.
So let's talk about September.
Yeah.
September, I think we could wait to the end of the show to do this again, but
Coming attractions.
But since we have some time, let's talk about that.
Yeah, you had a fantastic idea.
Veterans Month. We have
Oh, I got it right. No, I don't. That's where's
Right here.
yeah, that's
there.
one of them.
Thank you, Justin.
That's one of them. He had him in his hand.
No, I had a different.
Oh.
So HDA cigars. HDA is Hermanos de Armas, Brothers in Arms.
Yep.
Veteran-owned company. And then we have
War Fighters on the 9th.
Warfighter cigars.
And then they are on the 16th.
16th. Yeah.
We're still looking to get the 23rd. I'm still trying to get Cigars for Warriors.
Yep.
And then on the 30th, I'm going to try to get some veterans in here that smoke cigars. Both of them are remarkable men. They're both on the Minneapolis Fire Department. So I'm going to try to get them both in here in studio. Yeah. Then
Awesome.
that'll be the last show of the month.
Yeah, I love it. There's especially I really am hoping we can get the guys from Cigars for Warriors on here as well, because
we do.
are they confirmed for a date?
Cigars for Warriors?
Yeah, because
Wasn't they?
HDA is confirmed and
That's Warfighters.
Warfighter is confirmed.
Cigars.
So yeah, I really, because Cigars for Warriors just does. I love what they do. Sending cigars to deployed servicemen and women, and there's so many ways, and we'll talk about this if we're able to get them on the show, but there's so many ways to support them, from donating cigars to donating money so they can pay, because shipping those cigars overseas,
It's not cheap.
it's a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of different ways to support them.
And I'm hoping when we get them on the show, we might have a bag of cigars for them.
Yeah, that's absolutely true.
We're gonna have some cigars for them.
And we may one thing I'd like to try to get put together is, when we have them on, to also, we can do like a sort of a live donation rally.
Mm-hmm.
And people can, if you donate, say $25 or more to Cigars for Warriors,
We'll give you a sticker.
We'll get you in a.
Oh my gosh!
We'll get you in a drawing for.
How about that cigar t-shirt?
How about that cigar prize of some sort?
I'm good with that.
You guys stop,
dude.
Now.
Oh. Right, I'm passing this down.
Oh my gosh!
No, go ahead.
No.
Go ahead.
No, you're taking it.
No, you're taking that.
No, he gave it to you. I want him to
pass
give me
down
mine.
to you.
No, you take that. I want him to give me
Why are
mine.
you so creeped out about me passing food down to you? You're worried that I spit in it?
No.
This is insane. I'm going to take a picture of this too, so I can put it up on
Oh my god!
the screen.
Don't drop it.
Well, I don't want the spoon to get in the way either, because this is, Ed's plating is just
Beauteous.
ridiculous.
Hawk 2?
Oh boy!
What are you, the Iron Sheik?
Is that the first? Oh wait! Oh, Joyce Rivera, fall is coming. What pairs well with pumpkin spice crap? The garbage can pairs very well with pumpkin. I love pumpkin pie. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, pumpkin.
Yeah, Halloween rolls around. Thanksgiving, pumpkin pie with whipped cream on top. Give me some of that. But
I think she's talking pumpkin pie, like coffee or chai.
It's gone overboard. It's like everything in the world has a pumpkin spice version, and I just I think it's overdone. Hey, Paul, what's up, brother? Good to see you.
Hey, congratulations, Paul. I think your daughter started college today, or this week, brother, something like that. He's typing. I know he's typing right now.
All right, I'm gonna get.
Ooh.
I got to get the other picture. It didn't show up. There we go. There we go. All right, so this is what Chef Ed has made us for dessert, and it is absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna leave this up until he gets back out here to describe the dish to us, because this looks insane.
One of the reasons why I didn't want you to pass it to me is because I have no self-control.
And you won't be able.
I would have started eating it already.
Okay.
And he would have came out and said, I would have been like, you didn't bring me one.
Yeah, I can respect that totally. I'm gonna get another picture of this dish.
Awesome. Congratulations, brother. University of West Virginia. I got a soft spot for Marshall because it had one of the greatest receivers of all times come out of there. He happened to be a Viking.
Randy Moss. Some people say
Straight
the
cash,
greatest
honey.
receiver of all time. I don't think he's the greatest of all time, but I think he's in
Who's
the
better. Don't say Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice.
No.
Yeah.
Close
Jerry
to.
Rice is the greatest receiver of all time.
No.
Yeah. Randy Moss is
Who's good?
Randy Moss is fantastic.
Rice is pretty good.
Yeah.
Straight cash, homie.
Straight cash, homie. He had some of the best sound bites.
And he did the best thing ever at Lambeau Field when he acted like he mooned you guys.
Yeah.
That was so beautiful.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
I laughed. That's what I did.
All right.
I left
I got a better picture of the
oh, that's way better.
That's a better shot. I'll get that up there.
I'm gonna have to text him and find out what the hell he's doing.
Yours has a special sauce.
Yours is melted.
Oh, it's extra special.
That's got to be an ice cream, huh?
Yeah, it is. It looks like
Like some kind of pasta.
it's like vanilla bean. I see flecks of vanilla bean in there. I see cherries. I see.
I just stuck a spoon in both of these, but don't worry about it. It still tastes great.
We got some nice picks.
Okay.
So
That's
we
the one to get the picture of. Don't worry, it's gonna taste amazing. Let me go close this door. Sorry.
What the hell happened to mine?
I stuck a spoon in it.
See how I always get fucked?
So I have the same
What?
issue you have. Don't worry about it.
He's
I stuck a spoon in mine
bitching
too.
about free
I
food.
stuck a spoon in mine too. Don't worry about it. All right, so look,
That's some bullshit.
don't worry about it.
All right, what do we got
Baby,
here?
this is what it's supposed to look like. Okay,
It's on the screen.
there we go. All right, so we have a warm Dolce de Leche ganache cake,
Oh,
almond toffee crumble, a telecherry black pepper ice cream, and there is Lambert macerated cherries. That's macerated in a little bit of brown sugar and lemon juice, and then dark chocolate on top of everything.
Oh my goodness! See, I thought I was seeing vanilla bean flecks in there, but that's black pepper. Oh, all right. I got to get every element in there.
Here we go.
And then that green is actually wheatgrass.
Oh, nice.
That's purposeful too.
Well.
I'm not even on camera.
I don't
right
even know
now.
what cigar to pair with this. What do you recommend? The Connecticut?
I would start there and then do them all.
Yeah, David Floyd's right, and the show goes silent. I'm speechless. Ed, this is fantastic.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. So this, I got a question because I know it's intentional, but I don't know. I don't know like the whys of like because you've got the warm cake and the cold. So
Yeah.
How does that? Why do you make choices? Because I know there's a reason for it. I just don't know why.
And it's a bit of a mind fuck too.
Okay.
The cold ice cream. The cold ice cream it's spicy.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of heat from the ice cream.
Yeah.
So it just basically I try to incorporate temperatures as well as textures. So there's some crunch in there as well. The heating element of the warm cake and then the cool ice cream, but it has warming spice.
How about that diabetes?
Yeah, that's funny. But and then you have the tartness from the cherries, as well as the and then the herbaceousness of it's a little bit on there, but that wheatgrass also adds a little bit of it just works well.
I ate the wheatgrass.
It just works. It is supposed to.
All right, Ed, I gotta pour you more wine. I just had a sip of the wine after a bite of the dessert. Oh my god!
I didn't taste the spiciness of the ice cream until I ate it by itself.
All together is
So Tony's gonna turn on his garage camera so you can go cook there.
Got you.
Wow.
I really would like to say something smart ass about this, but it's so good. That's phenomenal.
Get the wheatgrass.
If your flang's anything close to this, I'm gonna have to call my grandma.
I'll make a good
fire my grandma. Pray to my grandmother, I should say. I wish you all could have some of this. I'm not even on camera.
Yeah, I honestly, this is the first time I've ever felt guilty that our viewers can't experience. I mean, along with the last time you were here, Ed, but
what is
this? Is
Dolce de leche ganache. It's a warm chocolate ganache, so it's supposed to ooze like that, but it's not supposed to bust into wheat. But I poked yours in mine with a spoon. Sorry.
All right, so the wheatgrass comes in later.
Yeah,
that's when I get it. It's like this finish. It's on the finish.
Yeah,
and it's this nice kind of clean, fresh finish to it. This is ridiculous. And with the wine, you were totally right. The wine is insane with this.
Yes, Kelly, it is like an orgasm in your mouth. Yes, all that.
Did you make the ice cream yourself?
Of course I did. Where can I buy black pepper ice cream from?
I don't know.
Dairy Queen. Yeah, they got it.
Just went to Target.
Yeah. So and I chose Telecherry is a type of peppercorn that's known for it's a large variety peppercorn, but it's known for its citrusy flavor notes. So it plays well with.
You should probably stop talking and keep eating, because if anything is left on your plate when I'm done with mine.
Well, because
that's fucking good, man.
There's some, I mean, fortunately, and we talked about this last time you were here, Ed, that we've been really fortunate that over the last 20 years, there is a lot more information about the foods that we eat, out there. And along with everything else on the internet, you take the good with the bad, because there's a lot of bullshit out there too.
Yeah.
But we're all able to learn, as people who love food, more about the stuff that we eat. And, there you see, actually licking the plate. So one of the things that I've learned, like on shows, on Food Network, we're talking, 25 years ago, and then more so on the internet lately, is, peppercorns, black peppercorns. That's actually the berry of a plant.
Absolutely.
So, it's a fruit.
Yeah.
And if you get really good high, like this, because you do get some of those fruity kind of notes. And if you get the really high quality black peppercorns, it's not just going to taste like bitterness and heat.
Right.
You're going to get all kinds of different stuff. And you really do get that from this. And you're right. It is a mind fuck.
Yeah.
Because you're getting that sort of deep heat from.
It's a subtle warming sensation you get. It's not. Yeah. It's not over the top.
It's like slow burn.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's not even a burn.
No. It's just a warming sensation.
Yeah, that's and
good.
The combination.
That's a fucking wrap.
I mean, it's.
Do we have to finish the show?
It's insane.
I don't Matt's so lucky he's got somebody in between us.
Well, and then the textural differences.
Yeah.
The crunch from the toffee, and even every once in a while you get, because I can tell you kind of coarsely ground the pepper, so you get a little bite of it every once in a while. Oh my gosh. And then the softness of the cake and the smoothness of the ice cream, of the brightness of the cherries. I mean, and yeah, with the Connecticut cigar and the wine, yeah, again, forget about it.
Well, I'm done with my Maduro, so
Apparently, this is like watching porn with no arms, what Garrett says.
That's a good one, Garrett. That's a very good one, brother.
And I like Joyce's idea here. Her plan is bomb. If you guys come to Texas, let us know. She also makes a yummy dessert called, there's a typo here, but Sex in the Pan. It's a layered
Sex
dessert.
in the pan.
That sounds delicious.
I'll take sex in the pan.
Right.
Where in Texas are you?
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna ask this.
Joyce, where in Texas are you?
And so what you're gonna notice too is this should happen. The cigar is gonna accentuate the pepper.
Yes.
From the ice cream. Yes.
Yeah, and the little bit of peppery notes in the wine come out too. So
She don't want to tell us. She don't want to tell us where she's at in Texas. Hi, Amanda.
oh man.
Congratulations to you too.
What a great line, Garrett. Like watching porn with no arms. Oh my gosh. I got to give you that. That's a funny
That's
line.
a great one. That might be going in the top 10.
Oh, should we? Right, so I can keep eating. Let's play the commercial for Numero de los Muertos.
Right.
So it is now time for this week's and Numero de los Muertos, brought to us by our friends at Smoke Inn.
Honesty agree with the goat to tell you about Smoke Inn's Cigar of the Month Club. Every month, I personally handpick 5 premium cigars. Another great feature is our Double Down Club. With a simple check mark, you can get double this great selections every month and save $10. Every month, there's a special discount code where if you like any of the selections, you can get them at a special discounted rate for our Cigar of the Month Club members. We've made it super simple. All you gotta do is log into your account. There's a little green button there. If it's green, you're active. You want to take a break, going out of town, simply hit the button and you'll deactivate your membership. We get the stuff out on the 28th of every month. Our membership bills on the 28th, and we get every member's package out on the 28th if it's a shipping day. All delivered to your door for $34.95. 5 great reasons on what makes Smoking Cigar of the Month Club the best club out there. Check it out. Peace.
Well,
Yeah, I'm still chewing a little bit. Sorry for that, guys. This is delicious. I'm just scraping the last bits off the plate. I would lick the plate, but it'll get all in my beard.
Oh,
So-
we have a guest. All right, death by watching HBTC staff eating a charred coochie board.
Close. Ed stepped away for a minute because he had to put the ice cream back in the freezer.
Joyce is from El Paso.
El Paso.
El Paso. I haven't been to El Paso.
It's been a long time in South Padre Island.
How far is that from Houston? 3 hours.
Southwest.
I think everything in Texas is 3 hours from everywhere else in Texas. I don't know, actually. I haven't been to El Paso since like the late 80s. So, all right. So,
Best enchiladas in the country.
Numero de los Muertos, episode 257.
Gluttony.
The number this week is 3,000.
Gluttony.
It's not gluttony.
3,000.
The number is 3,000. This number is U.S. 3,000 people a year die from this.
Is it a workplace accident?
Not a workplace accident.
Tony says, get between Raul Ramos and charcuterie board.
That number is probably increasing rapidly.
Is food involved?
Food is involved.
Is it on land or water? David Floyd.
I mean, land, I guess.
Land.
Okay. And we say it's a workplace act or
It's just
not a
food
workplace.
involved.
food poisoning from Amanda.
That
Is
correct.
Nice job, Amanda.
That is absolutely so.
Oh,
Well,
man.
it's more broadly what the CDC
Yeah.
calls foodborne illnesses.
Foodborne illness.
So every year, approximately 48 million people get sick. 128,000 are hospitalized, and 3,000 people die from foodborne illnesses in the United States every year.
So hopefully we don't add to those numbers tonight, right?
Yeah. I feel great.
I feel good. Yeah.
I feel full.
Full.
All right, so let's look at this. The estimates serve as a foundation for food safety, blah, 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 blah. And one other thing that I saw, 30% of all foodborne illnesses are from meats. It's interesting because when you a lot of times you hear about
salmonella.
Yeah, you hear about salmonella or E. coli, that kind of thing, and you think, okay, so it's got to be like undercooked chicken or bad cleaning practices at a chicken processing facility. Actually, more often than not, it's things like lettuce. There have been a number of lettuce outbreaks. Peanuts. There have been a number of peanuts, like a bunch of peanut butter had to get recalled.
Dak says eggs.
Eggs are common, yeah.
Hot sauce kills 3,000 a year.
No, not hot sauce.
Raul has some meat sweats.
Raul does. Do you have the meat sweats?
I do.
Yeah, and the dessert sweats and the
all the sweats.
cheese sweats and the honey sweats. And
I need a pillow.
we got a guest room.
Don't you have a pillow with that chair you got? Isn't it?
It's in my lower back.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. Oh, just
Move it up.
You want to roll up this T-shirt and put it behind your head? No.
Just wake me up when
Good
the
reason
show's
not
done.
to eat salad, Paul, for sure.
Wake me up when the show's done.
So that was
this week's
Numero de los Muertos.
All right, let's jump into the lightning round, brought to us by J.C. Newman Cigar Company, America's oldest family-owned premium cigar maker, creators of the popular Brick House, Perla Del Mar, Diamond Crown, and The American. J.C. Newman Cigar Company operates out of their 113-year-old El Reloj cigar factory in historic Cigar City, Tampa, Florida. For more information on their cigars or visitor experience, visit jcnewman.com.
So I will start the question out for you. If you were on the beach, what would be your attire and what cigar would you have sitting on a beach with the sun shining, palm trees behind you?
Oh, is she home? Nice. Nice.
You missed Numero de los Muertos, but now the first question's towards Matt.
So real quick catch up. Numero de los Muertos. 3,000 people a year in the U.S. die from foodborne illness.
And it was like, wow, quick. It was quick.
Yeah. Amanda guessed it like in the third guess of the viewers.
3 million.
3,000.
3,000. I'm about to say.
Joyce says, what cigar pairs best with salmonella?
Don't say it.
It was already mentioned.
It was already coming out.
Oh boy, I gotta pull that back up.
That's funny.
All right, so
Damn it.
yeah, 40. So the CDC said 48 million people a year get sick from foodborne pathogens. 128,000 are hospitalized, and 3,000 die from and only 30% of those are from meat.
Huh. I'd be willing to. I want to know how much is from ready-to-eat foods, like lettuces.
So they're saying most of them is for lettuce.
A lot of them are lettuce.
Yep.
Lettuce is very common. Peanuts is very common. Spinach, leafy greens, kale, that kind of thing. Very common. All right, so sorry, Raul.
So, lightning round question is: you're sitting on a beach, sunset's coming down, palm trees behind you. What's your attire and what cigar is in your hand? I started with Matt.
That's a good question.
I have qualifying questions.
I got answers.
Am I with my wife?
Of course. Why would you go on the beach without your wife?
Is it a private beach?
Good question.
No.
Okay. Then the
yes, let's have him have his private beach. I want to know where their story's going.
No.
I want to know where the story's going. There we go.
It's an exclusive beach, but it's not private.
Okay. Well, I'm in a lounge chair next to my wife. I'm in swim trunks. And what's the cigar? I mean, I don't know, bro.
He always has a problem with just picking a cigar.
So do
I really do.
Me too. Who doesn't?
I don't know, man. Is it evening? Is it morning?
It's sunset.
Sunset.
It's probably your third cigar of the day.
Or fifth cigar of the day. I'm probably already like 6 or 7
cocktails
drinks deep.
And you're probably having a fruity or a refreshing drink with your
then it I mean I'm gonna go with something really, really bold, like a Ashton VSG, something deep and hearty and dark, super dark wrapper, like a Ashton VSG or a Sin Compromiso or something like that,
Right.
Yeah.
I like it.
Amanda says a sundress and a Maria Lucia.
Oh yeah.
It's a good cigar. All right. We're gonna go to you next.
Give me. I gotta think.
All
Joy
right.
says button up linen pajamas on a beach with cigar and a stiff drink.
Justin, what about you?
I'm probably gonna be surfing if I'm on the beach.
Oh yeah.
Because I got to do that again before you know.
So your surfboard's by you.
Yep. Just came in. Fiance's there. I'm in my board shorts. No shirt, obviously. No, maybe not even flip flops. I'm just board shorts. That's it. That's how we're doing it.
What cigar?
Let's just go. Since I said it, that La Comena by Warp.
Oh yeah,
that one. I like. That's a good desert island cigar. Yeah.
You're up.
I'm gonna go because my wife's there and I don't want to embarrass her so I won't be naked, unfortunately.
If it was a private beach, I'd be buck ass naked. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, obviously my wife. I'll say again, some shorts, some board shorts. It sounds good. I think I would be smoking maybe a Mother's Pearls. It's a good, nice rounding cigar to watch the sunset.
Oh yeah,
with my wife. It's not big enough to take much because she's like, once you see the cigar comes out, like,
we're gonna be here.
We're gonna be here a while.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
So
you just gotta smoke them faster.
I don't want to. How about you?
I would have flip flops on because I don't like burning my feet. I would have.
You're gonna be walking?
You're gonna walk to the beach.
You're not gonna walk anywhere now.
I need to be mobile, even though sand.
Gotcha.
I would have my flip flops on, my Speedo, with a smiley face on the back, drinking a ginger beer with lime in it, smoking Papasaka.
Ooh, Papasaka.
Because I could sit there. That's going to take me at least an hour and a half, 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours. Wifey would be hopefully half in a bag already. Drunk. So after I'm done with the cigar, I'll throw over my shoulder and waddle our asses to the hotel room.
And your flip-flops.
And my flippity flops.
Yeah.
Now my slides, they have to be in between the toes too.
Oh.
No, I can't.
You can wear those?
I can't wear those.
I can't put anything between my...
I hate
yeah, I mean, well...
I hate that feeling.
I can't do it.
I do.
No.
I love it. I can't wear the slides. I feel like I'm fucking gonna fall and break my neck.
There's something about in between my toes. I don't know.
All right, Matt. Let's go back to your questions.
Let's find somebody.
Drone 50.
What happened?
Jibby Jabba.
Trunks with a Padron 50th. Great answer.
I
Great
just love the idea of being in a Speedo because no one else can see me. And I can show off all my tattoos. You know?
There you go. I mean, you could do that tomorrow if you want.
Yeah.
It's going to be a little colder here.
I mean, you know,
It's in the 70s to 80s. It's still
yeah,
good.
exactly.
Yeah. It's not 30 degrees.
Exactly.
Linen pajamas?
It's about 80 degrees in this garage.
I took my hat off. Let steam go through the top of my head.
Oh, this one's kind of deep. I haven't seen this question on the list before, but this one's kind of deep. I like this. All right, Ed, and start with you. Would you rather be loved by someone special but hated by everyone else, or liked by everyone but never loved?
Ooh.
That's a deep question.
That's a deep question, but there's a quick answer to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take love.
Yeah,
At least loved by someone.
yeah,
Like I couldn't imagine not being loved.
yeah.
Who cares what everybody else thinks? As long as you got that one person.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
You got that one
Amen to
person.
that.
Well,
I
there's
like.
two because I love myself.
Right, right.
You know, like,
You
right,
have
right.
to, right?
Yeah,
You got to.
Yeah.
That would be a shitty existence. To go
Not to
through
be
life,
loved
not be loved.
by anybody.
That's hard.
That's lonely.
Yeah.
That's one of my
Shit. That's
my
fear, man.
fears.
Yeah.
Is dying alone.
But you're not going to, so you don't have to worry about it.
Well, I know. That's why my kids keep making grandkids for me. Somebody's gonna change my poopy diaper.
It's somebody.
Oh, man.
I like the question, but I think for most of us, it'd rather be
yeah.
loved by one and hated by everybody else.
Yeah.
All right. If you could make water smell like anything, and we're talking all water on the planet. If you could make water smell like anything, what would you make it smell like? Remembering that you still
gotta drink it.
You
right?
still have to shower.
Yeah. You gotta shower.
You have to
Everything.
shower
Brush your
it.
teeth with
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Go ahead. Say it. You gotta brush your teeth with that too. That's crazy.
You said you're starting with you.
Makes a horrible Kool-Aid too.
You said you're starting with you.
That's I would say I'm gonna say lemon.
I like that one. I was thinking about that one. I'm gonna say peppermint.
That's pretty good too.
I don't know if I could drink peppermint though.
Oh,
That's
I
like
could.
drinking like mouthwash or something like that.
Well, no, it doesn't. It doesn't have to be like mouth. It just has to be a
hint.
Okay,
of
just
it.
a hint. Okay.
So it don't. You ever had a piece of gum,
Yeah.
and then drink water? No matter how warm the water is, it has that coolness to it.
That's a good point. I was gonna say lemon too, but a close second, even though it's weird because I'm a child when it comes to food. Like I'm growing. My palate is getting better as I get older. Like I like stuff now that I used to hate. Even I'm talking like just a couple years ago, like 5, 6, 7, 10 years ago, I used to hate. And one of the things I used to absolutely hate was cucumbers. And now I really like them. And
Especially in water.
cucumber in water
Yeah,
is real. So I'll say cucumber.
it's a good one.
So the last few shifts lately, we've been mixing cucumber, mint, and lemon, making a couple big jugs.
Yeah.
Gosh, stay
It's refreshing.
hydrated.
That's
Yeah, we've been
that's mine.
drinking that.
That's mine.
That 3 mix right
Yep,
there.
that's mine. I want it all. I want all three. I want all three. Give it
I
all.
like that.
absolutely
Anybody else got any comments out there?
whiskey.
Whiskey.
You're trying to get me
Bourbon.
killed.
She said bourbon, Amanda says.
That's it.
There you go.
I don't know if I'd want to shower in whiskey though, although I have before. But
Burn your cuts.
what's your biggest pet peeve, Ed?
My biggest pet peeve is untrustworthy people. Fucking can't. I'm like, it's so easy to be truthful,
Mm-hmm.
right? I don't see the need to have to go out of your way to be untruthful. You know?
Yeah.
It's my big. It's just, yeah. The one thing I think, and I don't think the one thing that we as humans don't really have a lot of is time. I know everybody, you know, even kids, time is slipping with every heartbeat.
Yeah.
Right? So I think I saw this thing in my cousin sent it to me. I forgot who the speaker was. He was saying that when we were born, we're all millionaires in the fact of that we have time. Like it's like if you live to be 65 or something like that, you have like 2 billion heartbeats.
Wow.
If you think about it in that macro level,
Mm-hmm.
you really choose what you spend your time and who you spend your time with very wisely. And everything else is just filler. So I choose not to waste my time with individuals that don't have my best interest at heart or not worthy enough to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, untrustworthy people.
Yeah. What's one for you, Raleigh?
I'm a little more petty than that. I can't stand when people are late and then they act like there's nothing wrong with it. If you're going to be late, I expect an apology, at the least. But like you were just saying about time, our time is precious.
Yep.
When you're late, you're disrespecting me and my time. So that's my pet peeve.
I agree with that.
Justin?
Just don't be a dick. That's my rule.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Yep.
Rule number one.
That's it.
Rule
That's all
number
you
one.
gotta do.
My only caveat or asterisk to that is some people need you to be a dick.
It's not my purpose. It's not my purpose.
It's fine.
So I still always say to my cooks that work for me, I always tell them that you got to be the right amount of asshole. Like you need.
Mm-hmm. Right. You can be an asshole, but you don't want to be a dick.
Don't be a dick.
Right. You can be an asshole. There's a difference. There's assholeness and there's dickness. There's difference.
One's in the front, one's in the back.
Yeah, you're taking it from the back. I'm not giving you from the front.
Okay? Oh my goodness.
No room for dickness.
What about you, man?
Cruelty.
In
like intentional, like
cruelty for no reason.
Like malice is like, or malevolence. I think malevolence is like the word that is basically pleasure taken in being cruel.
Yeah, that's not
like people who are intentionally cruel for the pleasure of it.
Like David Floyd says, kicking puppies.
Yeah,
that's cruel.
Yeah,
you'll get
cruel.
Fucked up if I'm around.
Yeah. I mean, whether it's to animals or kids or people in your life or somebody, like people, if you're one of the things, and I learned this lesson the hard, and I've learned a lot of lessons over my life from just fucking up.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the lessons I learned so many years ago was I had an opportunity. There was something that needed to get done, and the person who usually did that wasn't there, and I was asked to do it, and I kind of got this attitude like, well, that's not my
job, huh?
And boy, like 15 minutes later, I'm sitting there in my office, and I'm like, what the hell did I just do? And I went back to her and I apologized, and I said, I'm so sorry. I learned that day, like, never miss an opportunity to serve somebody. I mean, I know everybody gets busy and you can't say yes to everything that comes along, but I had this opportunity like served up to me on a platter to serve somebody. And I was like, that's not, and I felt awful. And I just learned that hard lesson that day. Like, if you get an opportunity served up to you like that, like this is a chance for you to do something for somebody, just take it, because it's actually, I saw it as like a hassle.
Yeah,
it was actually a blessing.
Yeah.
So
well, at least you self-corrected.
I learned a hard lesson that day. I felt so bad.
A lot of people don't even get to that point to understand and correct that.
Yeah. And I mean, it's not like that's the last time it's ever going to happen to me. And I've made mistakes since then. I'm going to keep making them, but I'm just trying every day to just like little incremental improvements, to not be a dick.
There you go.
To not be a dick.
I think that's a huge part of knowing when you're a dick and apologizing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because before I used to be a dick and not really notice it until later on and be like, fuck it, I'm not gonna say.
Yeah.
But now I notice when I'm short tempered or I'm being a dick. I'm sorry, bro. I apologize.
Right. Well, that comes with growing up too, and being taking ownership for everybody has shortcomings.
Yeah.
Right? And it's I'm not always perfect, but it comes down to intention. I'm not intentionally trying to be an ass.
Right.
So please forgive me. Charge my head, not my heart. I'm a good dude.
But honestly, I gotta say, I wasn't like that before I got into church.
I agree. Yeah.
I didn't learn that until I got into church.
Well, there's that stubbornness, right? Like you said, you could be aware in your own. You're like, I'm not fessing up to that shit. I don't. Oh well.
Yeah.
Right. That's that oh well mentality, and it doesn't pay. It takes a lot more effort to be a dick than it does to be kind.
Yeah.
It just does.
Well, and there's another thing I've learned, not to get all like turn this into a philosophy show, but another thing I've learned is that it's impossible to do something good for somebody else and not feel good. Like, I don't care if it's your wife or your kids or somebody in your close circle of friends or even a stranger on the street. It's impossible to do something good for somebody else and not feel good. And does that mean that there's a little tinge of, maybe, I don't want to say selfishness, but there is something in it for me, knowing that there's something in it for me, doing something good for somebody else, that I am going to feel good about the fact that I did that. That's, that's like the byproduct. It's not the goal. It's like competing in any kind of, whether it's competing in the kitchen, competing on the field.
Yeah.
It's like the goal isn't the trophy. The goal is the improvement that you made along the way. The goal is the bettering yourself in your sport or in your venture.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm a work in progress, man. It's like every day I just try to chip away the bullshit and just be
always under construction.
Better. Yeah.
But that's the secret to life. Like, everybody's goal is servitude, right? At its core.
Yeah.
At its core. And the whole, I think everybody's search in life is to be useful, right? Not being used, but being useful to people. To be used, but not misused.
Yeah.
And doing things for others is at the core of that. It's why I cook. Like, there's no greater, I don't care what anybody says, there's no greater feeling than to have somebody appreciate something that you made for them. Like, listen, this is for you.
Yeah.
That's to me is, that's the power that I saw in my the women in my family, my mother, my grandmother, and my aunts. They yielded, that reverence. That's why I got into doing what I do. Like, I wanted that power. Damn, I want that. It must feel great.
Yeah.
Well, I love what Amanda says here, pretending you have it all together. Amanda, that was me for so many years. I was so scared to just be real. I lived most of my life scared to death of, like, letting a little flaw sneak through, or showing a flaw, or showing a weakness, or showing just my humanness, because I was raised on guilt and shame. I was force-fed guilt and shame my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
And I lived that way for so many years. And I still struggle with it even to this day. And every day I'm like, I gotta not accept that in my life anymore. That it's like, nope, not only do I not have it all together, I don't have anything together. I do the best I can with what I have. Right. And there's some stuff that I know that I've been blessed to be able to do really well, and other stuff I still struggle with. And I'm just, even the stuff that I have been blessed enough to do really well at, I still have to get better at every day. And I'm still struggling, and I'm still a work in progress. And I fought that for years and years and years of just having to be like, no, I'm good. I'm good. Everything's fine.
Unfortunately, that's part of being a man in this country, in the world.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go back to the Bible. When we are weak, he is strong.
What's one thing that if you could pass down to your children that would hopefully, and again, kids are going to do, kids are kids, and they're going to, some kids have to learn their hard lessons, but what's one thing you can pass down to them? Like, listen, there's one thing I could help steer you towards or away from. What would that one thing be?
I would think it would have to be something with when you talk and the way you treat people should be the way you treat yourself. And once you learn that, it kind of like, for me, that like opens all the doors, because like, would I do that to myself? Would I do that to my brother? Like,
Right.
and everybody is your brother and your sister around you, right? So I mean, once you start looking at that, like, would I treat this person like that? Doesn't mean if they're on the, even if they stole from me or whatever, would I still treat myself like that?
Right.
No matter what the circumstances are. At the end of the day, deep down inside, would I do that? And that'd be no. And as long as you follow that core value, for me personally, that's what it's all about. Because at the end of the day, I can only control myself and my actions around me, right?
Yeah.
I can't control all this other noise around me, but I can keep my focus and stay on my path and keep going down that direction. You know what I mean? So like, once I start thinking, and over the last couple of months, I've been really thinking deep about this, right? Because there's a lot of changes in just the world going on right now and everything. But with that, it's like, once you focus on that, and just like when you have those thoughts where you question and have those fears, just regain your focus again, whether it's with God or whatever, and just like think about that, clear your mind, and then just pass that, or meditate. Some people do it like that live, but then just clear that thought, and it's not even there anymore. And then you just move on. It's very hard to do, but like once you start, for me personally, started doing that, it's like none of this other shit matters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just show up and be yourself. You know, that's all we're here to do.
Yeah.
Whatever path you're on, you just got to fucking follow it and just do it. And then, you know, whatever's going to happen is going to happen.
Yeah.
You know, that's just me personally, from some of the stuff I'm recently going through. But
what about you, Raul? That's a great question.
Mine is to give my kids the gratitude I have for what God has done in my life, and not wait till they're 40 like I did. Like, it took me so long to find God. I want them to do it when they're younger. That'll be it. Because I think for me, everything, and I'm struggling, like you were saying, I'm struggling and I lose my way, and thank God he forgives us every day. I'm just still trying to grow that, and I just want them to get ahead of it, and not.
How would you go about doing that? Because, all right, speaking as I was a kid, I was raised in church, and it wasn't an option, you know. So so that it can go the other way too. So like we lived in church, like cleaning church on Tuesdays, and my grandfather was a pastor, my grandmother was a deaconess of one of the biggest churches in Brooklyn, so we had no options. And when it's done in certain ways, like this, that strong iron fist, you can be a turnoff.
Yep.
So
kind of what Justin was saying, by example, going to church, giving them an option, not you have to go to church.
Right.
I'm going to church this Sunday. You want to come with me? Come on.
Yeah.
You know, giving them the option.
Right.
If you don't want to go, if you don't want to go to the church I'm going to, find another church.
Right.
And I'll go with you.
Yeah.
I'll go to both churches.
Yeah.
You know, and going back to what you said earlier too, letting them know the reasons why I apologize now.
Yeah.
The reasons why I do certain things. It's not because of my flesh. It's because Christ is in me. You know?
Well, for me, it goes back to one of the things you already talked about, Ed, and this has been really big for me in the last few years that I'm really working on, and that I've especially been trying to convey to my kids in the last few years, and that is tell the truth no matter what, especially when it's hard, but always do it with kindness and compassion, because one of the things I'm learning is every time I veer away from the truth, I make myself and the people around me weaker, and I owe it to myself and the people, because it's like the whole, you're in the airplane, they do the drill about if something goes wrong during the flight, you put your own mask on before you put the mask on your kids or somebody else who needs help.
Yep.
So if I'm not being truthful with myself about the world around me and about
who you are,
who I am, and about the nature of the world, the state of the world, then I'm making myself weaker. And when I do that, I'm making the people that I am supposed to be nurturing and caring for and providing for, and whatever else words you want to use, by extension, I'm making them weaker. And it's not weaker in the sense of, you know, what the world, it's like mental and spiritual strength, for lack of a better term. It's there's a great line in, I don't know if you saw the miniseries on HBO or on Max, the Chernobyl miniseries. One of the most devastating things I've ever seen. And one of the lines in the last episode, the guy's getting up in front of that court talking. And I know that this was written for TV, but it's such an incredible line. He says, every lie we tell incurs a debt to the truth, and that someday that debt must be paid. And every lie just takes me further and further away from who I'm supposed to be, from what I'm supposed to be doing in the world, and the people that I'm doing it for. And even those times when it's like I have to tell you these things, even though you don't want to, truths that hurt, it's like I have to tell you these things because I care deeply about you. But you share those truths with compassion and kindness, because otherwise it goes back to the whole malice and cruelty thing. So again, work in progress. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. What about you?
I would have to say, being vulnerable. It's okay to be vulnerable, and forever. Like I'm sure probably everyone here and most guys, it's that invisible veil of iron that we feel we have to always carry. I got to a point to where you start losing people, and you miss those opportunities to make the wrongs right. And it's not cool. It's not, because you can't get that back. And so it's okay to be not okay. And if you surround yourself with people, good people that have your best interests at heart, those are the people you can be vulnerable with anyway, and they're going to help lift you up. Not everybody's against you. And so that's a hard lesson I had to learn. Like I there was always 3 feet of, fence around me in my circle, and everybody was suspect. Like I always felt like for whatever reason, like there was always some ulterior motive. Exactly. Motive, so I'm much more forgiving, in the sense of just letting people hang themselves, if that makes sense. So like I will allow a certain amount of and everybody's human. Everybody's gonna make you're gonna give people grace. Yes, exactly. And because grace was given to me. And that's really really where it comes from. And it's so much more freeing to not have to have that guard up with everything. Like it's just, just put good out into the world, and not for the sake of expecting it back, but just for the fact of like, I sleep well at night. Like I there's not a person that nobody can say Ed Porter did them wrong. Like, in the last 10, 12 years, I've done my share of shit, because again, I'm not perfect by no stretch of the imagination, but every day that I wake up, I try to be better today than I was yesterday. And my wife has a lot to do with that. My faith has a lot to do with that. And watching my kids, like they're like these little moldable people that are innocent. They could come into the world innocent, and watch them be corrupted by shit. That's really what did it for me. Like, oh my God, like, that's damaging to me. So like, well, okay, I don't want to pour my crap off into them. So, that took a left.
Honestly, though, I love it.
That's how we go sometimes.
I love it. So we're gonna take another left, and we're gonna go into notable smokables.
Okay.
So let's jump into notable smokables, brought to us by Don Doroteo Cigars, a brand with both purpose and passion, dedicated to creating change from within. By developing their own land, they're able to own the entire process throughout the life cycle of the plant. They methodically carry out each step, ensuring that the final product is of the finest quality. The new Salt of the Earth lines, Piedra Viva and Piedra Angular, are available now at Don Doroteo retail partners. Visit dondoroteo.com to learn more. All right. So notable smokables could be a cigar that's been around forever that we smoked for the first time in a long time, or a cigar that's brand new to the market that we smoked for the first time ever. Ed, what's something you smoked recently that stood out?
I'm going to tell you this Connecticut firecracker. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I really do like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I will be partaking.
And you'll really appreciate it in the wintertime here.
Yeah, the short cigar. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Justin, what's a notable for you this week?
Our fellow buddy Daniel. You know Daniel that was out there. He was at the event on Saturday with you, right?
Chanel.
Yeah.
Daniel
Chanel. Yeah. He gave me what was it, the Rim 101 Little Big Delicious Blue.
Oh, nice.
I had one of those. He gave it to me a couple weeks ago, but I had it this last week, and it was delicious after, like, I think a steak dinner or something like that.
Very nice.
So good
Love
stuff.
it.
Yeah.
Love it. Raleigh, what's notable for you this week?
I am going with the Stolen Throne, Hawaii.
Ooh. Hawaii.
The one that is exclusive for RJ Foods in Hawaii.
Oh.
Stolen Throne did one?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they did. I haven't had it.
Really?
Yep.
I got to have a little talk with Lee.
That looks nice.
Okay. Well, it's fun. My notable is also a Stolen Throne because Lee was just in town on Saturday. So Lee Marsh from Stolen Throne Cigars. He's been a big seller in Ramsey Smoke Shop for pretty much since the beginning.
Yeah.
You can also get his products down at Smolder. And I think right now that's the only two shops in Minnesota. So Lee was in town doing an event at Ramsey on Saturday. I stopped by there for a few hours.
Made it.
I actually made it.
And we didn't.
Yeah.
But you did.
I did. And it's funny because the first two times Lee was in Minnesota for an event, I was busy those weekends. And so I would always he would give me shit like, Matt, I'm in Minnesota and you're not here. I'm like, sorry, bro. And then when he would come back for an event, I'd be like, have you ever been to Minnesota before, Lee? And giving him shit. And so we kind of go back and forth with that. So but it was a great time because, he makes really good cigars, and that Crook of the Crown Corona that he did for his 5th anniversary. I smoked a couple of those at the event on Saturday, and we had a great time. We just sat and talked and kind of like this. I mean, not about like deep life stuff, but kind of some deep cigar industry talk and stuff like that. And just had a great time, and a bunch of, as always, a bunch of great people stopped by the event at Ramsey. So that was a good time. So let's jump into coming attractions. Brought to us by Hoagland Insurance. At Hoagland Insurance, they are excited to serve and educate any new customers and give existing customers a refresher. Whether it's a business policy, auto insurance, home policy, or life insurance, if you are currently insured or just looking for a quote, Tony Hoagland and his team would love to create a personal price plan just for you. Mention How About That Cigar when you make your first appointment, and Tony will have a free cigar just for you. For more information, please call 763-421-4900 or visit ChamplainInsurance.com. All right. So next week, TBA.
To be announced.
We will have a show next week. The following week, Labor Day, we will not have a show. 1, because it's a holiday. 2, because it's a double holiday because it's my kid's birthday. September 2nd. No show on September 2nd, Labor Day.
Yep.
And then on September 9th, we have Warfighter Tobacco Company. Scott and John. That's right. And then
the following week, we're going to have, where'd it go? HDA Cigars. So that is Hermanos de Armas. Yep.
Brothers in Arms Cigars. Veteran-owned company.
And then the 23rd, we're still working on Cigars for Warriors. Hopefully we can get them then.
Yeah, hopefully.
And then on the 30th, we are going to have some vets in here that happen to smoke cigars.
That's right. And hear their stories about the service that they've, the service they've given to us, and their stories about cigars, how they became cigar lovers, stuff like that. Even how they got into furthering their service with the fire department. So very exciting few months coming up. And we have, even going into October, we have Pete Johnson, Terrence Riley, Howard G. Is going to be on the show for the first time. I'm so excited about that. We've been trying to get him on the show for a long time, and more coming up in October. So a lot of cool stuff.
We even have a couple ones in November.
In November, ooh, I like.
Yeah.
I like. So yeah, be sure to stay tuned for that.
Also,
yeah.
Also, if you guys ever want us to get somebody on, send us an email on who would you like to see on the show.
Yeah,
and we'll try our darndest to get them on.
Yeah, absolutely. Email us on the website, or you can even shoot us like a DM on Instagram or something like that, and we'll respond. Yeah, if there's a cigar company or even somebody who is a cigar person but isn't necessarily in the cigar business, we just like talking to people, hearing their stories, and learn more about the world. So definitely reach out to us about that. Oh, and one other thing, I gotta show this. And I got to thank Ed for this. So first, Ed, tell us a little bit about this beautiful project that you have.
Since episode 101, I put an album out named Day Zero. Day Zero means from scratch. So I'm also a musician, and I wanted to have something tactile, and vinyl was the way to go. And I was ahead of the curve. And so I did a limited run of, I made 1,000 copies of the album Day Zero, and you should open it.
Oh,
you should open it.
All right, so I'm going to show too that. So Ed signed this on the front to HBTC. I'm a fan of your show for the many reasons, but mostly because of the men that you all are. I am proud of you and honored to call you guys friends, brother. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
And
cool.
I mean that cover is just insane. So that's
I didn't know you signed it. I thought it was just the artwork on it because of gold. Let me see.
Oh yeah, I gotta show that. Look at that.
So yeah, so this my great friend that designed the layout of the artwork, David Schwartz. David made it on all socials. Lady Rachel Panaguri that did this, commissioner, she's from England. Each one of these is a representation of one of the songs on the album. It came out exactly how I imagined it to.
Oh man.
Each album, like again, they're all hand numbered. This is 707.
707, yeah.
707 of 1,000. Take the vinyl out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, take one of the vinyls. And then each album comes with.
Oh, does this have one of those dope like custom press colors? Oh, it's even got artwork on the inside jacket.
There's also a digital download inside each album. Sure.
Oh, it's gold. It's gold.
Yeah, you gotta pull it out.
Can we listen to your album on?
Yes. All streaming platforms.
All streaming platforms.
Yeah. Just search Chef Porter. The album Day Zero.
So it's got the just insane, like, I mean, it's like the what it's
gold?
like. There's gold in there.
Lava. Yeah, this is it's a labor of love. So, and all the science behind it. So, like normally, this size LP would spin at 33, but because for best sound quality, I was told by some very smart people, that's not me, that 45 was the way to go. So it's a double LP. So
all right, gotta get the other one out of there.
Yeah, it's
help him.
No, I got it.
You got it. All right.
Hey, I've been dealing with vinyl since.
There you go. Yeah, inside one of those pockets is a card for a digital download too. So
let's check for the card. There it is. All right.
So the whole story behind this album, so Day Zero, this album was made to. There's a thing called the Day Zero experience. Day Zero experience is the consumption of both the audible and the edible. So each one of these songs.
Oh yeah.
See, there's a menu. So each one of those songs has its edible counterpart, and so the Day Zero experience is just that. It's the consumption. I say consume with intention.
Yeah.
So I wanted to, in making this album, I was like, I want to have music bloggers blogging about food and food bloggers blogging about music, because you can't separate the two. Food and music are always paired together, but never in an intentional way. Like there's always some morsel of food somewhere that you're out to keep you captive, and there's always some audible, you just so it doesn't sound crazy. You don't have to get to hear yourself think. But what if that sound and the bite that you're eating were put together and paired together to tell one single story? So that's what I'm doing with this.
So that's one of the things that I miss about hard copy.
Yeah.
Is I always loved, I was talking to somebody about this recently, the feel of having the record in your hands, the look of having the collection in the shelves, up on your up on your wall, and liner notes,
lyrics, so like all of the
designs,
the thank yous are on here. It's in the street, like you wouldn't see them unless somebody told them. So they're right in the street. So but yeah, that's how I found out everything. We read the liner notes, and the other thing is a departure. There hasn't nobody's really making albums anymore, like as far as a complete record for the sake of making records. So I mean, locally here in the Twin Cities, there's about 8-9 record stores that are carrying this.
Electric
Fetus has got it.
Let me see that, man.
Urban Lights, Roadrunner, name another record store. Brothers.
I think Cheapo.
Cheapo don't have my record yet.
No.
What about Down in the Valley?
Down in the Valley, both locations, and Golden Valley and in Maple Grove. And Sawmill has it as well, and then on my website. So officialedporter.com, you can get that.
And I did. So I right away, day one, when you because I follow you on social. So day one, I jumped on Spotify and started listening, and it's legit. I really enjoy it, and being also kind of a food nerd, the way you, like you said, the way you incorporate everything together, it's just a blast to listen to.
I appreciate that.
And besides that, making sure everybody goes out on Spotify and all the other streaming platforms. Where's the best place for everybody to keep up with everything you have going on?
Instagram or socials in general. So I am official Ed Porter on everything except for X, because X doesn't allow a certain amount of characters. So I'm official E Porter on X, which is the only outliner. But and then I also have a blog. Okay. That started 6 weeks ago, called Taste Music Hear Food. Again, the combination of the two. That is on my website, officialedporter.com. Check that out. It's a weekly thing. New issues drop every Sunday. It's a short, quick read. It just talks about the lines that are drawn and connected through hip hop and food. And there's always a recipe at the end. At the end of 12 issues will be a completion of a volume that will be probably put out a cookbook for all of the recipes that's in there as well. I'm just, I'm out here just trying to do cool shit with people. Like I told you last time I was here. So the funny thing about this, last time I was here, we was talking about that I was doing an album.
Yeah.
Right. So I was getting it all set up, and then another reason why this was a main thing for me is to have it completed as a testament to realizing your one of your goals. And so that was a major goal for me to have this out and put it out into the universe. And I have a very tangible work of art that I'm extremely proud of, and thank everybody for supporting, for sure. Thank you.
Yeah.
So
what I hear is how about that cigar music coming?
You know what? So listen, I'm glad that you said that, because that is definitely something I'll be honored to do. Yeah. Yes, we can make that happen for sure.
So I'm looking at iTunes right now, and I see you with your bald head looking all Stuart, but I see that there's a song called Minnesota.
Okay, so there's a song on my album called Calistoga. And so during the Minnesota Timberwolves playoff run, I took that song and remixed it and named it Minnesota for the Timberwolves playoff run. And yeah, that was a cool thing. If you haven't heard that, you should hear that. But it's yes, it's all Minnesota Timberwolves driven.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Any big events coming up anytime soon?
Outside of the ones that we mentioned, listen. Yeah.
The one at Shirley.
Okay, you got Surly again. Surly is September 10th.
Right.
We have the 8th.
The 8th.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm currently working on putting together, like, again, the Day Zero experience, which is the culmination of the food and the music together.
Yeah.
A dinner series. Just TBD. There's some things in the works. But yeah. And soon I will be releasing, probably next month sometime, a podcast about music and food. And so
nice.
We'll see how it all transpires. But you know, this always feels like home. We need to do like a monthly or whatever. We need to have a segment. Yeah. A food segment. You know.
Absolutely.
Shamelessly. Yeah, I like to be a part of it.
Yeah, count us in, brother. We'd be honored.
No, I'm talking about here. Well, we did that for sure. Yeah,
quarterly sounds great.
Quarterly,
monthly.
I'm down. Whatever. How we need to swing.
We'll have it sponsored by different brand cigars. Exactly. We'll have him pick out ahead of time.
He's going to be getting busy, so I like the quarterly because I know his schedule. Also,
we'll work it out.
Yeah, we'll make it happen.
What are you doing with that mic over there, O?
I'm fucking tired.
Okay.
Well, you said also, and then you stopped talking.
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, it's okay. It should happen.
Okay.
You got a meat in his mouth.
Well, let's just say thank you to all our. I think we took care of all our wonderful sponsors. Yeah, we did. We did. Let's just take a minute. Thank all of our fantastic viewers and listeners for spending the evening with us. You guys are the best part of How About That Cigar. I'm getting tired. You guys are the best part of How About That Cigar Live. We're so grateful for you guys being with us on YouTube and Facebook and Rumble and Instagram.
Rumble, baby!
If you guys have any questions for us, you can email us on the website, howaboutthatcigar.com. Be sure to click all the big, beautiful buttons on all those platforms, whether it's the like button, the follow button, the subscribe button, the bell, if you want to make sure you don't miss anything that we have going on. Yeah, like I said, email us on the website, howaboutthatcigar.com. Be sure to follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. You'll find us at HBT Cigar. And of course, until we see you guys next time, burn cigars,
not bridges.
Thanks, guys.
Take care.
Any comments, opinions, viewpoints, or statements presented or uttered by guests on the HBTC podcast, HBTC live video streams, and all other media from HBT Media LLC are solely those of the individual and do not necessarily represent the opinions or viewpoints of How About That Cigar or its parent company, HBT Media LLC, any of our advertising partners, or the premium cigar industry. The primary purpose of How About That Cigar is to entertain and to encourage activity and growth within the community of people who enjoy or want to learn about the enjoyment of premium